Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Everything looks good, so I'm just gonna get into it. So, actually over the last week, I've gotten a little bit bored of the Pirate Software stuff. It definitely feels very repetitive. People are going very hard on him for this. It is fine for people to do that. I'm just a little bored. So, instead, I'm going to be covering the Chud Logic and Tommy C drama, because that's got a little bit of a continuation. I have not followed this at all. I have no idea what it is like or what it's going to be like. So we can cover it. I'm not playing Forgive Me Father, although that would be more thematic. I did buy the second one for the Steam Summer Sale, but I have been kind of obsessed with Oxygen Not Included. So I wanted to play that. So hopefully it's not too bad of a watch while it's happening. So we have 3 videos to go over. We have Tommy C admitted to being raped. This is kind of crazy of a title. And then we have the actual evidence. How Chud Logic snaked Turkey Tom. And then that's actually the last video. Doing evidence last. We have going over Chud Logic's Tommy C meltdown. But Chud's, even though it came out 4 days ago, I think it's actually slightly more recent. Wait, what stream is it? I don't trust Tommy C anymore. Oh, so we've actually... I might have covered that portion. But I think this is the best sequence to go in. So let's do it. So, I guess for an update, there hasn't really been anything crazy new. I haven't seen any like insane evidence. So I want to see some insane evidence. So, well, let's start in sequence. Or we could go backwards. So that was streamed June 21st. It doesn't say when this was streamed. All I care about is who gets custody of Nick DiOrio. 1.5k views, multiple people correctly calling out Tommy C during the drama for continually goalpost shifting, lying, and getting stuff wrong. Yeah, maybe. That's definitely what it came across as during my first few streams. Tom on the Destiny sweeping, Chud Logic, let's talk about it. Tommy C, Chud was clearly trying to corner Tom. Take your meds, man. Yeah, okay, well. Not to... Cat already? Hello. Oh, are you hungry? I can give you food. Sorry, guys. Many apologies. Cat need food. Cat love food. So let's watch the Chud Logic stream first. I believe it came first.
Bingo! Do you hear it?
Oh,
Bingo! I don't think that makes difference either way.
Bingo! Bingo! Like nothing's happened. And
Wait, did we watch this already? I feel like we did.
Gotta claim some victory. Bingo!
Wait, what? Okay, wait, I'm gonna go back to my stream.
What's happened?
Wait. And see if I've already watched it. Because I feel like that bingo bingo I've already heard before. Live. Tommy C litigation part 2. Then where's the start of the Chud video? I was watching Chud for ages, wasn't I? Oh no, here we go.
it's a laser?
No, I didn't. Okay. Maybe I was watching that live then. Okay, whatever. Let's watch it.
I didn't know, and even if I did, who cares? Yes, exactly. What is wrong with that?
I'm deceptive. I'm the only one that's conceded anything in this.
It makes me. And I believe he recognized that he was wrong about that and ended up basically abandoning that point. But he...
No, conceding. Conceding the point. I didn't abandon it. I conceded.
So,
okay.
Does he know the
I know about
definition?
the Victoria's Secret thing. Was he sniffing it? Was he dressing a doll with it? Or was he wearing it?
oh my god, dude. Yeah, I'm sure.
That's wonderful.
I'm sure he was just buying it for totally normal purposes and not sticking it on. What? Dude, that look, bro. That look is the look of, are people gonna buy this? Maybe they will.
Nobody knew for 100% sure he's running around wearing dresses.
Look at I gotta be honest with you, okay? Tommy has had this absolutely bizarre, unearned confidence when dealing with this.
I
And
do think
he's kind
so,
of
yeah.
acted like he's, you know, he's kind of acting like he's kind of like, yeah, man, I'm so correct about this, and I'm tinfoil Tommy, and I can predict everything. And it's like, but his points and arguments are just terrible. And each time he gets proven wrong on something, he just scuppers away to some other position. Okay, now, obviously, right? He's had a lot of bluster, a lot of like, you know. Chud trying desperately to inoculate his retard audience against parasocial groupthink. It's hilarious, it's futile. Thank you, David M. That's a funny comment. But anyway, I didn't know that he'd given a further response to me, right? No idea. No idea.
Tommy's been like
And then
obsessed
on
with Chud. I
Twitter-
feel like Chud has been talking, or Tommy has been talking about Chud for like way too often, way too long.
I saw that I think it was Sprite had made a comment and it was responding to another tweet because I don't have notifications of people I don't follow. And Raul Kittenhouse had put this clip out, and the clip was like Tommy admits defeat, Unk war's over, or something like that. And I was like, okay, but it did seem like the context wasn't quite right. So I thought, well, I tell you what we'll do. Why don't we have a little listen to the segment on stream and see what happened? Okay, I've obviously watched a few clips off of the Raul Kittenhouse tweet. Let's have a little listen to what my fellow Unk had to say about my recent comments. Should we have a little look at this and see what he had to say? What do you reckon, chat?
Like, this is the whole thing I hate about this commentary community. It's like Tommy C is an annoying pest, and I will crush him like one. What are you, a Decepticon? And by the way, why would you have a picture from 15 years ago?
Oh my god, dude. Wait, no, fuck. Sorry, I didn't.
Dude,
wait.
that's hilarious.
Okay.
Point out. Oh, but he's fat too. He looks like goddamn Jim the Mountain Man. Here's something else I want to point out. This is really funny.
The full cam, yes, I fucked it up.
I am like, this is the whole thing I hate about this commentary
Who the
community.
fuck is Jim the Mountain
Like,
Man?
Tommy C is an annoying pest, and I will crush him like one. What are you, a Decepticon? And by the
Hell yeah.
DK claims another victim. Bro, it's a fucking YouTube video title, bro. It's supposed to be something that's provocative and comedic in order to get people to click on it. I mean, yeah, sure. Obviously, I think my content is not... Obviously, yes, it's funny to talk about you and shit on you and show how wrong you are. But I don't genuinely think I'm gonna squash you like a bug. This is not a treatise on my view on everything. It's a YouTube title. It's meant to be provocative to draw people in.
Yeah.
You know, Tommy's title the other day was Chud rapes himself. Chud rapes
That
himself.
is true.
And it's like, well, I did.
That is true. Although maybe Tommy is like tit for tat, right? So it's like fucking one, who cares? Two, like Chud's like, oh my god. Not saying Chud's in the wrong. I think Tommy's in the wrong for even complaining about something like that. That's so fucking stupid. But maybe Tommy is thinking like, oh man, Chud makes fucking crazy titles. I'm gonna make crazy titles.
Didn't literally rate myself, obviously. I don't think I...
Actually,
you know,
what are Tommy's other titles like? Because I think that they're like kind of in the midpoint. The Ethan Klein lawsuit could change streaming forever. Something you may not know about Illuminati. Watching Anissa Jamha become what she is today. Actually, yeah, I think you're kind of bad at this, Tommy. Those are not as eye-grabbing as Chud's. As attention garnering.
Myself either, but like I don't fucking care about that. I'm just like, yeah, that's kind of funny. Yeah, sure, let's talk some shit by fucking titles. And he's there fucking spurging out about this. I mean, it's pathetic. Totally pathetic, dude.
By the way, why would you use a picture from 15 years ago? I look great there. And I'm thin. I will crush him like bark. You have underestimated me. Oh. God, Jesus fucking Christ. Well, here's the thing.
It ain't that
we're
deep,
not doing
bro.
this back and forth in the stream thing. I did the 4-hour thing. And by the way, there's a condensed version coming up. And then I'm going to release see, what I had is I had a bunch of people come in here a couple nights ago. And I'm going to be kind because I thought they were just regurgitating Chud's talking points. I did okay. And then he did what, 5 hours on me? That's what I'm hearing? 5?
Yeah.
We're only doing one.
That's fine.
If you want to
Doesn't
send me
matter.
a point to do, maybe we'll do it. So we're going to do that from now on. Here we go. Let's see.
You're gonna do the video?
Yeah, I just don't understand this. Like, oh, you did this length of content on me. He did a 4.5-hour stream and then another hour on me, and then he also did like a call-in show. He's done like, you know, multiple streams where I'm like the headline story on his stream.
Yeah.
And that's all fine. I don't give a shit about that. But this ridiculous idea of like, oh, you did this much content on me. Obviously I'm a yapper, yes, but also I was trying to point out all the absolutely absurd, ridiculous fucking nonsense that he was talking about. You know, and the lies that he was telling. So yeah, it took a long time. Plus I'm a yapper.
But how do I make money off depressed people?
Thank you very much, Salsa Sausage, for the super chats, for the bits, appreciate it. So it's like, I don't understand what ground you've got to stand on to talk about the length of my coverage when you've covered me loads. And also, I stream longer, so obviously
I do think that is kind of
percentage,
weird, yeah.
the amount of time that I've dedicated to talking about Tommy is obviously a lower percentage than he has, because he's done like multiple streams where I am like the headline fucking title. It's just so obviously patently absurd to make out like there's some sort of issue with like talking about someone for a long length of time because he's done it too. I mean, it's like totally ridiculous, unnecessary, absurd criticisms.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
You know,
Do it.
I like this one because it's crafted in such a manner that you say, I don't know, I didn't know. But if I did, it's okay. Like it's covering all bases. It's pretty dishonest if you take a look at this. And it's just
dude.
Very dishonest.
Okay, that's wonderful. But
What are you
how do I
talking about?
Hey.
off depressed people?
How did you almost meet
Oh,
up with
well.
this loser for beers? He is such a wretched beast that mooches don't tell me to stand back and stand down, Mr. Shorts.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Thank
But how do I
you for
make
the super
money
chats.
off depressed people?
Dude, this fucking VOD is filled with these. I thought this kind of stuff would get edited out. Maybe that's like part of Chud's draw, maybe? Why can't it? Okay. But like, damn. I don't want to listen to all these. Thank you for the super chats! Thank you for the super chats, mate. That's much more Australian than British, but you get my point. Oi, thanks for the super chats, Scott. Thanks for the super chats, you fucking gronk.
Diddy McShow is egging on Tommy because you called out his connections to Epsteiny.
Thank you, Scuff Tiverlis, for the $5.
Wait, really?
I mean, this is true reacception, isn't it? I mean, this is why, obviously, like this is the screenshot that shows why, generally speaking, you're better off just having a call, because you get to the point where I'm watching Tommy watch me, watch Tommy watch me. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 you there, chat's on screen. 1, 2, 3.
Oh my god.
It's fucking.
It is
five
reacception.
chats on screen.
Absolutely.
This is peak. This is peak reacception, isn't it?
I love it.
So this is why, obviously, the tendency has come to like have a call when you've got some sort of disagreement. Particularly if the main content you do is stream content, because otherwise you end up just reacting to a react, which is exactly what I pointed out at the start, and the reason I didn't want to fucking get into this stupid loop, and would rather just have a call about it. But, you know, the reason I'm talking about this is, one, because it is kind of funny. I do find the whole thing kind of absurd and funny. And secondly, he does say some things that are pretty comedic. We'll get to in a sec. I've set up a goal as well, by the way. Set up a goal.
Weird with Chud. He's gone from I didn't know to it doesn't matter, I don't care, which is kind of can be taken as an admission. Hey man, fuck it. Fuck Bobax. Fuck it.
Can it? Is
And
that
that's
really
kind
an
of
admission?
So, and at one point, he basically says, I didn't know, but if I did, basically, I'm paraphrasing, it doesn't matter. Well, if it doesn't matter, why don't you fucking own it? Yeah, I leaked it.
Okay. It's not contradictory to say, again, we'll say it again, it's not contradictory to say, I mean, it was actually, I wasn't sure if it was out yet, and also it doesn't matter. That's not contradictory. To both those things can simultaneously be true.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. I know, it makes you look like a snake. You were told not to do it.
Wait, hold on.
What?
Wait, wasn't
Chud
isn't
went
this
after me.
Isn't this after Tommy already found out that Chud wasn't under any responsibility, or does he still believe that he was? This has got to be before. Like, it has to be before Tommy found out that, like, the obligation to not reveal Bo Black's thing wasn't actually that, like, intense. It wasn't, like, a proper thing. It was just, like, Aiden said it. No one really agreed to it, right?
And Genie apparently.
What did you guys do? Oh, you're supporting
What
me?
did I do?
Well, nothing.
Bro, talk about throwing rocks and hiding your hands.
I
What
have
do you mean?
never
What
heard
did
that
you do?
before.
You
Talk
sat on the
about
stream with this
throwing
fucking
rocks and
drunken
hiding your
retard,
hands? What the
backing up his
fuck?
points and saying things about me in a public arena. What do you mean, what did you do? That's someone that's fucking terrified, clearly. Teeth chattering, obviously. You're in the stream making retarded arguments. And all I can do, because Tommy's too pussy to have a conversation, and I'm going to presume you are as well, is I can't, you know, talk to you and show you how stupid you are. So all I can do is talk about it on my stream.
It is, yeah, it's super
What
weird.
did I do? Dude, it's so pathetic, isn't it? So pathetic. What did I do? What did I do? Fucking wretched.
Sure.
It totally is. It is
Do you
so
think,
strange that Tommy still will just not talk to Chud. It's been this drama has been going on for a while now, and Tommy still just flat refuses. I don't get it. Like, just chat to him already. It like this drama's been going on for a while now. It's just so insane to refuse to talk.
His hair jiggles. I don't know. He looks like a hillbilly in like West Virginia. But whatever. We'll go with it. It's all 7 minutes. And there is something I got to kind of concede to.
It's
here,
like
but
it's like desperately trying to formulate some insult that he thinks is going to get under my skin. I don't know. It's weird.
it's still like he basically tries to take both sides of I didn't know, but if I did know, it doesn't matter. And he tries to kind of desperately say that I've changed my opinion from one way to another because of one word I said. But here we go. The problem with him is because he broke Bobax's privacy, which never came out of my mouth once.
Okay. Should we have a little listen
Didn't it?
to what his first comments were? Because
Yeah,
he
didn't-
is such a
didn't he fucking say
wretched,
that?
dishonest little snake on this point,
Sure,
right?
we'll say.
I'm going to play to you his original comments that he made about this.
Which will be near identical.
Because it's changed. It's changed
Not
over
that
time.
much, buddy. Which is a lie. That
Go on past Chud. Go on past Chud. Get
telling
him.
Everybody, which is a lie. that the reason I have a problem with him
Look, there's like 3 chuds all debunking him.
is because he broke Bobax's privacy, which never came out of my mouth.
Like, obviously,
Once.
there has
He
to
did.
be.
What I said,
He said, bro, we're so, it's so good, dude.
Like,
Bro,
there
this
has to be a conversation at this point. Like, it's just like so fucking confusing now. Like, please, for the love of God, just talk. This is getting to the point where it's like almost unwatchable from anyone's perspective, just because it's so fucking like. Just talk.
Brilliant. I'm actually loving this because it's, if you're just listening audio only, you're gonna have no clue who the fuck is talking. It's me, Current Chud, talking. Hopefully he reacts to this so I can react to that, and then it'll be even funnier.
This is fucking insane.
Oh my god, dude, it's so stupid, dude. It's so asinine. That I outed his sexuality, and that was the prime thrust of the criticism that you made of me at the time.
no, it isn't, and you'll see that.
Wait,
You'll see
what?
he's honest enough to play it. The prime thrust is you were told.
Okay, I've not got a high thing of this image, dude. It's like this. Someone needs to do this, but edit my face onto all of these. That's what Tommy's going to be dealing with. And he alluded to the idea that me doing that led to the OnlyFans stuff coming out.
That I did, and I have conceded on, in fairness to him, and that had nothing. One thing had nothing to do with the
Oh, he did?
Okay, so he was definitely. I wasn't certain, but he's claiming. So he's admitting that he was alluding to that.
Okay.
So in his original statement, he's now said yes. He was stating that my comment of on the dress picture led to his OnlyFans getting leaked, which wasn't true, which he's now had to concede. Oh, already conceded one substantive matter of fact. Okay, interesting. Let's see what else we can
That's
get. I'll
wonderful.
show you in a
But
sec.
how do I make
But I didn't change. I really didn't change the prime thrust.
money off depressed people?
Didn't
This
he?
is your
Number one Bobax offender, yeah, I know. And the reason he tried to frame it as a Bobax is because nobody likes Bobax, and he knows it. So he's playing a popularity contest. He's not trying to crush my points.
father's ghost speaking him.
Oh, the father's ghost meme's taken off. Fantastic.
This drunk old man. Ghost emoji.
Okay, Neil, thank you for the super chat. Listen again.
Lie. He's
Dude, that's so
completely-
fucking crazy. Because you have, like, this is, like, what is it, like, quadrupling up on Super Chat? I guess, like, octupling, right? If you consider Tommy's stuff, although I think he does cut out Super Chats. So it's, like, quadrupling up on fucking Super Chat, messages. It's so weird.
bad faith. Chud keeps telling everybody, which is a lie, that
Okay,
the
we
reason
can't
I
go
have
back.
a problem with him is because he broke Bobax's privacy, which never.
Also, like, what does it mean popularity contest? Like, it is, you know, by its nature, at its root is going to be a popularity contest. You can't really get around that. But it's not like I'm just like, oh yeah, guys, isn't Tommy a fucking loser? Ha ha ha. I'm actually going down and breaking down and talking about the points he's made and showing where he's wrong on things to the point where
Yeah.
even he is having to concede points.
It definitely feels like...
So how is that a popularity contest? You are
Tommy's
conceding points
not.
because you got things wrong. I've not had to concede a single point on anything because everything I've said.
I don't know.
has
It's
had
almost like he's
a-
not taking it super seriously. Or, well, that's like the wrong way, right? Because he's like taking it overly seriously in a lot of ways. But it definitely feels like he's just like not, like he's conceding points. He has to give up a lot of ground. He's not like holding any of his points because like it's such a weird thing. Like he just shouldn't have come out with any of this. It's so weird.
Well, the things I've said about things that have happened have been factually correct and true and an accurate reflection of the timeline because I know and remember things about drama that have happened. Sometimes I need to be prompted. But like, yeah, I've been correct on the factual matter of the timeline of the Bo Black stuff, of I was more correct than I realized about the stuff with Turkey Tom and the fact that I've forgotten this, but he'd actually asked to have a conversation.
Came out of my mouth. One, remember that. What I said is he heard something secret and spilled it for his own fucking benefit. I'll repeat it.
Okay, so that's what he claims, that's what his original criticism was and his original point was. Listen to this.
Okay, buddy.
Okay.
The
This is
film is new.
This is I don't trust Chud Logic anymore. This is his original video about this. Listen to what he says about it.
Okay.
Year stream, and this is the thing that really bothers me the most. And this is something I actually picked up when I was watching. Do you all remember the New Year stream? Remember the New Year stream?
Yeah, it was an interesting stream, to say the least.
What were the two? What was the big development in the New Year stream?
Let me think. Destiny?
You know, Bobax with the dress, right?
Bowplanks, yeah.
All right. Well, this is, I think Chud even knows this. Nobody believes for a minute that Chud didn't drop that on purpose to create content on a big stream with big players all in the same community. Nobody. Keep this in mind.
Yeah, guys. Basically, I'm now super worried about copyright lawsuits. So I'm basically just creating a big Reactception
Whoa.
human centipede in order to protect both myself
That's really what
and
this
Tommy.
is. This entire situation isn't. It's like it's not even about Boblax or Destiny or Tom or whatever anymore. It's about like, Jesus, how long can Tommy resist having a call with Chud? Also, like, I don't know. His sycophants are super weird. I've never seen sycophant. Well, okay, because I used to watch like a lot of Destiny, right? I've never seen sycophants go this fucking hard for people. But for Tommy, they're agreeing with everything and helping him double down, or doubling down with him, I guess. I don't even know how you would say that. So they're like telling him that they agree with him and that, you know, Tommy, you're so cool, you're so right for going after Chud, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's just so weird. It's so odd.
Because I do care about other creators, in spite of our differences. I'm trying to protect and insulate myself and Tommy away from any potential copyright issues by just reacting to each other in an endless loop. So, obviously, me make...
Wait a minute. Same community. Hold on a second. Listen to that guy. Nobody believes for a minute that Chud didn't drop that on purpose to create content.
No one believes
on a
for a
big stream.
minute.
Isn't that my original thrust? Wasn't that my original point? I thought this changed, Chud.
No, I'm not saying that that is the point that's... Dude, he's such a fucking retard. The point that I'm making that was changed is you making it all about Boblax's sexuality and that then therefore leading to the OnlyFans getting leaked. That was the thrust of what you were saying.
That's my original point. You did it for your own selfish reasons to push it out there. There you go. Big players, all in the same community. Nobody. Keep this in mind. I know. Same two statements, essentially. So far. Now, he's got an argument. I'm not going to say he doesn't.
Obviously, me making that statement, I was aware that it was likely that was potentially going to cause some sort of, like, moment on stream.
Yes.
Right? I wasn't certain one way or another whether that exact fact was public.
He said he wasn't certain one way or another. That was his original defense. His defense sometimes is, well, who cares anyway?
I just know that a lot of stuff had leaked about Boblax, and I wasn't 100%. Now, look, if people want to think both serve as a functional defense, I wasn't sure, and also it doesn't matter. Both can be true at the same time, and both can serve as a functional defense. I don't understand why he's acting like there's a contradictory. That I definitively knew that it wasn't public, and I put it out there. Fair enough.
That's all I'm saying.
No, it's not, though.
I can't read your mind.
No, it's not.
I just common sense.
Dude, he's like pausing at every moment. No, that's what I was saying, though. No, it's not. Listen on and you'll see. That's not what you were saying. Listen to what
It's
you
really
originally
not at
said.
all. Honestly, I don't even, like, Tommy obviously doesn't even know what he's saying. But, like, this is kind of crazy for him to go on such a rant about it.
You knew that was going to be a moneymaker.
Bro, this is rough, man.
You
It's up to
knew
you.
it would be a
I don't
moneymaker.
think that makes that much difference either way. I don't think it...
Bingo! Jerry?
Bingo! Bingo!
Oh,
It's so
I don't think
wretched,
that makes
dude.
difference either way. You personally don't. So that's convenient. So you could put yourself...
Oh, bingo, bingo! Like nothing's happened. And he's trying to claim some victory. Bingo! Bingo! I got him! I got him! And nothing's happened. So pathetic, dude. So pathetic.
at the side of, I didn't know, and it doesn't matter if I did, who cares?
Okay, that is a consistent, coherent argument. What is actually wrong with that? Yes. I didn't know, and even if I did, who cares? Yes, exactly. What is wrong with that?
I'm deceptive. I'm the only one that's conceded anything in this.
Makes me...
Yeah, you're the only one who's conceded anything because you fucking lost the plot. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Jesus.
That is an absolute bag of line, dude. I'm the only one that's fucking been wrong about anything.
Yeah.
Why is he stating that like that's a fucking... Well, that's a good thing. I'm the only one that's been wrong on certain points.
Yeah, dude, that's so weird.
That's so stupid, dude. Why would you say that like it's a win?
Doesn't matter if I did, who cares? I'm deceptive. I'm the only one that's conceded anything in this.
Yeah,
Makes me say-
Jesus.
Right? I think it's pretty fucking obvious when you listen to the clip, which we're going...
Yeah, he could dissect anything and make it sound like it's, and that's the whole thing. And keep in mind, this is just an internet drama. Who fucking cares? He does.
You do. You're the one who made the internet drama. You can't say who cares when you're the one who made the internet drama. What the fuck? What is he talking about?
He does. He knows my accusation and the common sense I'm using, and the actual pattern that he's showing does show that. Does it prove it without a doubt? No. I can't read his mind. Is it circumstantial? Yes. And it is up to you to decide. But it's so fascinating that he would sit there and say, I don't know, but it really doesn't matter if I did. Which is it? Because my own...
It can be bad, dude. How is that contradictory? He has yet to explain how that is a contradiction. It's not a contradiction.
only thing is, you were told not to and you did it. That's it. That's it. You were not told not to do, you did it, and now you've been like, it doesn't matter, and it doesn't matter. Then you've told everybody I've made this about Bobax's privacy.
To what was happening in that New Year's stream. Right? And you can also see that this idea that I just
You also could, it's funny, if you play the New Year's stream, because I'm not going to, go watch it yourself. New Year's stream, there's no evidence one way or another whether he knew or not. I don't know why, like, is this just like, just play it over and over again? See,
Yes.
and then you hear the ghost on the fucking tape? You hear the EVP?
you know, oh, actually, I'll be literally no. I am just playing the things you said originally. And yapping, because I do like to yap. More specific.
It can be both. It's not crazy. But my accusation ends to be is that he knew. By saying that it doesn't matter if I did, it absolves him of any responsibility. And I think quite deliberately. So, like, if I'm right and he didn't do it on purpose, it's then he can defend himself. Who cares? And then if I'm wrong, then he could, not so much if I'm wrong, but he could always sit there and to fight back the people that are accusing him of being snaky about it. I didn't know. So he could know and not know at the same time. He didn't.
That's so weird.
And he knows that's a contentious voice. He wouldn't have streamed that this long. He wouldn't have.
What? It's a contentious point because you keep fucking talking about and to him. What the fuck is he talking about?
He wouldn't have defended himself.
Yeah, that's called being uncertain, which is, if you go back to my original comments about this, what I've always said, which is, because it's true, I was uncertain whether or not it'd come out. And obviously, with everything that had, I thought, well, maybe people talked about the picture, even if the picture isn't public. Like, this has been my consistent statement on this throughout this. And on top of that, it doesn't matter anyway if I did mention the existence of a dress picture. And I hadn't thought about this originally. But obviously Bo Black's leaking the Victoria's Secret thing, and that comes up and that's quite funny. But that was obviously, you know, a pretty clear indication that he was wearing women's clothes, because why the fuck would a single autistic man be looking on Victoria's Secret?
Well, there's a couple of reasons, to be honest, why a single autistic man would be looking at Victoria's Secret, but like kind of not really, because if you're looking for like JO material, you would go to like, you know, a dozen, 2 dozen, I don't know, hundreds of different websites, right? But maybe Bo Black's is just super into that kind of thing. That's like the only other possibility there is. But it's like, you know, something nobody wants to think about because it is kind of gross and grody. It's like, ugh.
This long. And by the way, I want to point out that he said this was the last time he's not covering anything else. Well, we'll see.
Also, Bo Black's was like virulently anti-trans, right? For a long time. So him going on Victoria's Secret is like, oh, well, you know, he doesn't like trans people, so it can't be that when it turned out that it was.
Let's be very specific. Bro, as if I'm not going to cover Tommy desperately grasping at straws, saying banger lines like, I'm the only one that's conceded anything, and admitting to not one, but two, you know, errors in this stream itself.
Nobody believes for a minute that Chud didn't drop that on purpose to create content on a big stream with big players all in the same community. Nobody. Keep this in mind. I knew about the blowback stress.
Bingo!
And some of Blowback's critics who had enough respect for him
So weird.
kept that quiet too, including...
So the critics have respect for him.
You see, but he didn't know. Aiden said he shouldn't screenshot it. I'm mostly talking about, I'm not 100% sure about when I knew about the picture. I'm talking about the information.
What information?
The information. It's the information.
What information? What is he talking about?
I can't honestly remember.
What is this geezer talking about?
The dress. I didn't know about photographs. I'm not sure I did. I'm not 100% sure.
Kept that quiet too. This is all about specifically the picture.
Not really. It could be the picture, I suppose, and I could see, in fairness to you, why you'd see it that way. But it's the information. I said that you did it, so it would create a big spur. You coming out and saying it, it makes it a confirmation. You know that. You're not stupid.
Picture reference. This is all about the knowledge of the picture
Well,
being
the point of this is that Chud is
that's
stupid and he
his
doesn't
words,
realize
not
what
mine.
he's done.
Nick, including. And so what does Chud do? He brings.
I
up
thought that
dress
was like the
idea.
entire point, is that Chud's stupid because he doesn't realize that he's actually done a no-no.
Where? What's his-
What? That is exactly what Tommy is referring to in that statement. What's he on about? Brings up the dress out of nowhere. He brings up the dress out of nowhere.
Yes.
Remember that?
His explanation. I thought that was already public. I remember.
Dude, yeah, we literally watched it the other day. I didn't bring it up out of nowhere. Augie has said, it wasn't out of nowhere. It was in response to Augie talking about Bo Black having AGP.
For his exact quote. What?
Listen, Bloodroot Bane, I know you're trying to wind me up. I have said repeatedly I would talk to Tommy on stream, but he's repeatedly said he's not interested, he doesn't want to talk.
Yeah,
I want to see Tommy's
honestly,
reaction to the January stream clip. I don't actually know if he
honestly, it's been so weird because I just fucking want Tommy C and Chud to talk at this point, because Tommy C has just like made himself out to be so weird, and he's just causing conflict, and it feels like to resolve it, the fastest way would absolutely be just to talk to Chud.
watches it in this, so you might be disappointed.
What? Yeah, he played dumb like he usually does until he gets cornered. What? Absolutely nobody believes that wasn't done on purpose. Now, who fucking cares? It's Blowbacks. He's treated Nick like shit. He's a complete backstabber. He'll say absolutely. This is me making abundantly fucking clear that this is not a defense of Blowbacks. And he's telling people I changed.
Never said he defended Bo Blacks, by the way. At no point did I say he defended Bo Blacks at all. That's cool. So he's using this here, who cares about Bo Blacks, as plausible deniability to act like he was making a different point. But listen.
What do you mean? This was the first video.
Same point.
How can I
It's the same
use
fucking point.
How can I use something that happened in the past?
The plausible deniability is you in the current day latching on to you saying that in order to act like you weren't making a point about his sexuality.
I couldn't tell which Chud this was. I was watching it. I'm like, oh, you know what? That's the old Chud. No, it's the new one. It's the current Chud. Jesus. That's why, dude. That's another reason they need to talk, is to fucking stop this reacceptance.
Which you'll see in a sec. That's the plausible deniability. You doing it now and reaching back to that statement.
It's the same point.
Like,
The exact
at this
same-
time, that you were not saying this for plausible deniability, but now you're using that as plausible deniability in order to act like, oh, look, he did it just then. Oh, look, see, I wasn't defending Bo Blacks.
Same point. Now he does get me on some speech stuff, which I will concede to, but it doesn't change the point all that
Okay,
much.
here we go.
Listen on. Oh yeah, I think everybody's like, fuck it, but it did get some people's attention.
So it did get some people's attention.
Like he knew. I mean, God. I mean, you have to have no common sense whatsoever to think that if Chud Logic says on the stream that this will get more attention.
I believe that's an allusion to the fact that his OnlyFans got leaked, because he pushed this point further later on that me talking about the dress picture led to the OnlyFans getting.
Which I have conceded on. He's 100.
He has conceded.
He is
Okay.
100% correct. I thought it did.
Oh, what was that? What was that? Let's just have a listen to that again.
Yeah.
Percent correct.
And apparently
He
this is
100%
snaky of
correct. I
Chud.
thought it did.
Okay.
That wasn't the right
To
timeline.
not
He came
admit
out,
that
he
he's
corrected
wrong?
me. But that's still, even though I got that fucked, it doesn't change the point that you did this
Okay,
for, you know, I
right.
think you did this
So
for-
wrong about a substantive aspect of your view on this, but it still doesn't change the point apparently.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
Let's continue.
to keep the content mill going.
Exactly.
And considering yourself audience captured, you'll DM me to kind of rope us into for content. You'll rope.
To rope you in
Okay.
for content. You're
Okay.
look.
Yeah.
The realest thing here, okay, is that fucking Chud. Okay. Chud is making way more money and content out of this just by covering it, versus Tommy getting like 1,000 to 2,000 views and covering it. And if they talk together, I think it would be a mutually beneficial explosion for both of their channels. Or maybe not, maybe neither would get views. But it would still probably be better for Tommy if he actually just talked to Chud, if he just chatted to Chud. Not chatting to him seems like the wrong way to go, because that's like weird. Not chatting to him means that Tommy has to keep making like 1,000, 2,000 view videos if he wants to cover this, and he's not making as much money as he otherwise could. Because when he talks about like other stuff, wait, where's his channel? Here. When he re-uploaded the fucking Turkey Tom video that he actually talked to Tom like 5 years ago, that got like 20,000 views. Anissa was like a little under one Chud Logic video. When this happened, it blew up a bit to 7K. But like, whenever, oh Jesus, 300 views. Wait, wait, what? Did these get views removed? What the fuck? Maybe this is like the one thing keeping him relevant, because if you look at anything that's not, it's very low. It's like sub 1,000 views. How does his live do? His live actually gets a decent amount. Okay, so people watch him live for the most part. Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah, if audience
It is for Tommy, but like that's actually not terrible.
captured means
I would be lucky to
trying
have
to
such.
think of and do compelling, interesting content that your audience are going to want to watch. I mean, then everyone that's successful is audience captured, I guess. Like, I don't understand this idea. Like, we're supposed to be content creators, no? That's our, like, literal fucking title.
Yes.
And reaching out for conversations is how sometimes you can facilitate and make content happen.
Yeah.
And I've had a lot of content that has occurred as a result of reaching out, talking to people, and having a conversation on stream.
Yeah.
I really don't understand. What is even, like, what are we doing here, man? What is even the criticism now? You reached out to me to have a conversation because there was potentially some disagreement between you and someone else.
Yes. That is exactly it, and it's kind of stupid.
Okay, dude.
Like, I don't know how you can think of it as anything else than like
Willie, in the context
completely.
of my allegation that you use your friends for
Stupid.
content, I'm also
Retarded.
getting
The allegation that you use your friends for content. Right. Well, are you going to apply that to Augie, for example? Dude, are you fucking kidding me with this shit? Fucking Augie's whole content model, which, by the way, is fine, just to be clear. Augie's entire content model back in the day was making friends with retards and then using them for content.
Yeah, it was a great fucking model.
Judd, please address the content creator allegations. Guilty as charged, guys. Yes, I am a content creator. Correct. You got it. Dude, it feels like this is like Fortress shit. Like, this is like some sort of Fortress shit now. Oh, no, don't possibly reach out to have a contentious conversation. That's using your friends for content. Bro, it is unreal. Like, where we are. That we're actually arguing against bringing friends on the stream to have disagreeable conversations with other creators.
Yeah, it's super weird.
To kind of rope us into for content. You'll rope Willie into content. And my allegation that you use your friends for content. I'm also getting calls from your pants. I'm also getting contacts from people
fans,
back in
but what the
BreadTube
fuck is
days.
that?
Do you have any friends that you haven't had a falling out with? I don't know that for a fact.
Wait, what? Dude. I'm just being such a dick. I mean, who cares, right? But like, what the hell? Do you have any friends? Like, why is that even a fucking criticism? How fucking weird.
Tommy C is saying this. It's unbelievable to me. Tommy C is trying to fucking get me on falling out with all of my friends. Green M&Ms, hello? Green M&Ms, for one. Keemstar, fucking Keemstar fallout. You know, I'm sure there's others you can point to as well. It's fucking unreal to act like in this industry there's something terribly wrong with it being seen that you fall out with all of your friends. Yeah, obviously, people are very contentious and disagreeable, and when you start to do something or move away or criticize someone, it can lead to public fallouts. So I just don't understand what leg this guy thinks he's got to stand on to try and chastise me for falling out with a load of people when he's done exactly the same, as have many other creators.
Yeah, that's super
but I'm actually
fucking weird.
really interested in this. Does anybody, besides Queenman, have a long-standing relationship with him as a content creator? Anybody?
Nick DiOrio?
Has he not?
You until recently? Who else? The private parts guy? I guess that's not super long standing. Those are just off the top of my head. Willie Mack probably doesn't like hate Chud, right? I'm trying to think of anybody else that he like talks to a lot. I think Beckett, right? Beckett doesn't hate Chud. Weird.
Not has he not broken it off with everybody at some point?
Leaked. Yeah, also the other thing as well is like, obviously when I change my content from doing more like lefty political stuff to just being an absolute drama frog, of course people are gonna not like that. That caused a lot of tension initially with people, you know, funnily enough, as I started to criticize them. And funnily enough, the Xanderhall, I used to be on friendly terms with Xanderhall many years ago, but obviously but I watched Tom Foolery's video about the Balenciaga stuff, and yeah, we obviously fell out because I criticized him, and obviously there's a lot of fucking hate coming from my community towards him because he's a fucking wretch. So I just don't understand why the fuck we're getting with this fucking. Oh, you've fallen out with a lot of people, haven't you? Yeah, everyone has. What point is this? And I believe he recognized that he was wrong about that and ended up basically abandoning that point. But
No, conceding.
Like, there's a huge
Conceding the
difference.
point. I didn't abandon it. I conceded.
Whoa. Hi.
oh my god, Dave.
Conceding.
He's so
Not
stupid.
abandoning, conceding.
He's so fucking stupid, bro. What's the difference?
Yeah. Come on.
Literally, what is the difference between abandoning a point and conceding a point?
There isn't one. It's so weird for Tommy to say that.
It is of course
There's no
it's the same
fucking
thing.
difference.
If you abandon a
That's
point,
so weird.
right? It
It's
means
so
that you don't
fucking
continue to state the
weird.
point because you realize you were wrong. What is the difference between that and what I'm guessing he's saying is, no, I said that I was wrong about it. Well, you can do that when you abandon a point as well. Also, I love the fact that he's like pausing me telling him that he was wrong about something to say, oh no, I was wrong about it actually. Like I conceded. I conceded. Yeah, you were wrong, right? That's the point. Thank you for reaffirming that.
You're right. I was wrong. You didn't see that's not something that's ever gonna come out of your mouth. You didn't see
Like, okay, like, that seems mean, but Tom has, like, fucking made fun of Chud for stuttering. It's like, oh, his body language. his stuttering lip, his his teeth chattering because he's so fucking scared of what I have to say of him. And it's like, Chud hasn't gone after him for that, but damn, dude, like, I don't know.
That's not something that's ever gonna come out of your mouth.
Was insistent. Okay, point to something that I've been substantively wrong about in this that I need to concede and say I was wrong about. What is it then? What have I got wrong then? You have got factual details of stories wrong.
You okay?
What have I got to concede about? The only thing that I think,
Come hang out.
because I mean, to be fair, I don't think I stated it confidently, but I thought that I had been a bit kinder when I spoke about him in that video about his mooching of his wife. And I got to the end and I was just like, well, he's too lazy to find other content. He says he's mooching off his wife. I was like, okay, that was meaner than I remembered, or something like that.
That was pretty mean, but like,
So I did accept that,
I don't entirely disagree.
when I spoke about that part of the video. But what have I been like meaningfully wrong about that I need to concede on? What has like been a core argument that I've made that I've been wrong about the fundamental details of? That me talking about the existence of the dress picture led to the OnlyFans getting leaked, which isn't true. Basically, Bo Black's leaked an email address list on screen.
100%.
And someone else, unrelated directly to me, it wasn't anything to do with me, found the account and publicized it on Twitter. That was not related to me mentioning the existence of a picture of Bo Black's in a dress on the New Year's stream.
That was kind of a weird thing to do. And if you really believe that...
Just totally blown out of the water. Totally eviscerated. Dude, it's just funny. It's so funny. This is why I wanted to watch this.
it's super weird.
So he's conceded on the two. I think he goes even further in a sec. But it's like, bro, you're just wrong. Like, just accept it. Like, he's still clamoring on. Just accept that you were wrong. Why are you so desperate? Like, you're conceding everything, bro. I was wrong about every point of my argument. All except that you use your friends for content, and you spoke about this to create content on a stream. Dude, it's so pathetic, dude.
Chud believes that it was, I thought it was out there. Then how come there were no videos on Punkback's marriage dress between the months of August and early January?
So this is...
Wait, because that's... Wait, what? No. Wait, what? Because people wanted to talk about it, but didn't want to, like, out Bo Blacks? I think that's what Tommy's trying to get at. But also, like, I think you could only cap a lid on that kind of lightning for so long.
This is the other thing that's super dishonest about this, right? There was a video about
You gotta cite it, bucko. What video?
gotta cite
and what
it,
does it
bucko.
contain?
every single fucking thing Bo Blacks had said and done in private for fucking months. Sorry, is this something we really need to discuss? Go and watch any Nicholas Diorio stream about Bo Blacks or Augie talk about Bo Blacks. Like, what do I have to cite exactly? I think it's fairly reasonable to say that, you know, like a substantive amount. I obviously am saying everything about him, right? Obviously, his fucking, you know, well, in fact, I think his address was revealed, I think, as part of his mortgage paperwork. So anyway, but the point is like, you know, what size shoe he is wasn't out there. But pretty much the substance of his personal life that he discussed privately with people was out there. Like, endless reams of his DMs were dropped. Countless DM after, you know, page after page after page of DM. Nicholas went over all of them. Augie went over them as well, I think. And
Yeah?
just to be clear, I'm not chastising them for that. I fucking got in on it and was covering it too. I mean, if you remember, I eventually got a bit bored of it. And I was like, oh my God, okay.
I did.
I don't know if I can stomach another fucking Bo Black's DM leak stream. So I ended up kind of moving on a bit from it. Yeah, the Frankie shit, what happened to VidCart? Yeah, exactly. So that's the point I'm making, is if you're in an environment where everything about Bo Blacks is getting leaked, why is it so unreasonable that you're not certain whether or not one particular piece of information is public or not, which is the existence of this photo? Now, obviously, yeah, I could understand if I'd have like flashed up the photo on my stream or something, especially after I've been asked to not screenshot it, you know. maybe there's a bit more of a point to be made. People probably still wouldn't care and would find it funny. But then there's still a point to be made about, well, no, you were asked specifically to not screenshot it. But like the idea that there was a photo of Boblax floating about in a dress, it's like hardly like, you know, unreasonable that you might be a bit uncertain about whether or not that's public because of everything else that's been fucking leaked about this guy.
That's the problem. Was the fact that he's wearing a dress in there? I don't think so. And I think you knew that.
Wait, what? Wait, so now the problem isn't that he's wearing a dress? Wait, what's the problem?
So this idea that, oh, but you talked about the dress pic. You should have known because there wasn't a video about...
That's just always been the information. The pic is never... Like, I never saw the pic. I was just told we're leaving. We don't need it. That's what I was told.
The existence of a dress picture. Everything was getting fucking leaked about this guy.
Everything was getting leaked, or everything did get leaked. Because I got to be honest with you, nobody can sit there and say, nobody, not even your fans can say, that didn't change things after the New Year's stream.
So I was uncertain because so much had come out, I didn't know. And also...
Was that kind of a cell phone? Am I crazy here? I wasn't. Well,
Yeah,
why are
you're
you talking
crazy.
about it if you're uncertain? You have been told.
Because Augie was talking about Boblax being AGP, and I thought it would be a funny stream moment to bring it up. That's why. Why is, like, this is so simple to understand.
Yeah, I don't think it's that crazy.
You have been told that this was private. Now you're uncertain and then blabbing and then playing
Yes.
stupid after it comes out. I'm sorry, you're
Yeah, that's exactly what Chud is
yes, a
doing.
Victoria's Secret thing. Boblax had accidentally leaked that he'd made a purchase or had been looking at Victoria's Secret. So
Okay, fine. Yeah, I know about the Victoria's Secret thing. Was he sniffing it? Was he dressing a doll with it? Or was he wearing it?
oh my
see it?
god, dude. Yeah, I'm sure.
That's wonderful.
I'm sure he was just buying it for totally normal purposes and not sticking it on. What?
Yeah.
Nick brought up that Boblax was raped as a kid.
Oh my God.
I don't remember that part, but that sounds very, very bad.
I thought that was a
Thank you
joke
for the
about
super
his
chat,
sister,
Flip-Flop.
not about Boblax.
He's now trying to act. Dude, he's so desperate. He's claiming. He's so desperate that he's now trying to act like it's reasonable to think that Boblax was not buying panties to wear and bras to wear and was in fact, what, sniffing it or something? Why would you sniff freshly purchased fucking clothing if you're that degenerate? You
that's
surely
also
get someone to
true,
wear
yeah.
it first. Oh, it smells like cotton. Oh, wow. Like, dude, what are you getting out of that?
He was wearing it? The doll with it? Or was he wearing it? Did he say he was wearing it? No, he wasn't.
Also, the acknowledgement of the existence of a photo of Boblax in a dress blows that out of the fucking water immediately.
What do you mean
it's
by
fucking
that?
relevant.
I don't
You still-
understand. I don't understand.
Okay, so like we're talking about something.
Goalpost successfully shifted. Wow, incredible.
Victoria's Secret. He showed a link from
Victoria,
that, like, by
not
accident.
Victor. Pictures.
Oh, he showed it by accident? Well, I think what he's trying to say.
And
if he
Chud
had-
showed.
Chud what? No. Well, I think what he's trying.
Dude. Another thing that came up today, I must say, Lumpy Willie has been a brave warrior, soldier throughout this situation, I must say. Okay? Because if you look here, before the dress rumor came out from Chud, we actually saw Boblax was buying stuff from Victoria's Secret, so in fact what we assumed at the time was actually worse. Tommy once again showing even in his correction he is still clueless as to what actually happened. Pathetic research.
Yeah.
In case proof was needed,
Yeah, I bet.
here is a stream in which Bobby is getting confronted on said Victoria's Secret leaks. Oh.
Like that. Addressed to allegations. Thank you for the €2 Toastify.
Yo, Toastify mentioned.
Alright. Like that.
Yeah, man. I'm sure he was just buying it for perfectly legitimate purposes. I'm sure. Oh, man.
That's wonderful. But how do I make money? off
Hey,
the
Ragemonger.
Generation will remember you, Lumpy Willie 07.
Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Trying to say is, if the Victoria's Secret's out, it's already known that he's worn the dress. Well, not really.
No,
And it really blew up when he said it. I don't think anybody knew that Bobax in the public space that he was wearing dresses. They may have known about Victoria's Secret. Who the fuck knows what he's doing with it?
Come on, dude. This is so obscene. Literally everyone's line of reasoning talking about this was he was wearing dresses and panties and fucking lingerie. It's so ridiculous, bro. Well, maybe he wasn't wearing it. Maybe he was doing something else with it. Everyone was laughing and joking about him trussed up in some sort of fucking panty or something.
I'm sorry, the idea that the image, just the information alone of Bobax in a dress is going to stir the pot. And he is playing, deliberately playing stupid.
That was also the subject of commentary too. The idea that he was shopping on Victoria's Secret, which one would assume is for lingerie type stuff for women.
I think that it's not 100%. Doesn't mean he's wearing it.
Dude, in fact, he's actually trying to argue. What other purpose? Boblax, non-binary. What other reason has he got for shopping at Victoria's Secret? As far as I know, he's single, so he's not hardly buying it for a partner, is he?
Yeah. But like you just can't make excuses for Boblax here. Like the only thing I think is the thing I said where it's like, well, you can kind of be like, oh, you know, he hates trans people, so like I don't know, maybe he's got like a secret girlfriend or something. But like, yeah, after all that, I think it is the most reasonable conclusion to come to. So it's just, I don't know, it's just super weird.
The levels of desperation that this guy's reached, trying to still back up his absolutely retarded points, is obscene. It's fucking obscene, man. It's embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. Well, yeah, this dude, it's funny. He's a dude. Now he is kind of defending Boblax, isn't he?
Yeah.
Acting like, no, he wasn't wearing it. What do you mean? He could just be, well, I suppose you'd say he might be sniffing it. And also, even if it's true that he was sniffing it, that would also be, I mean, equally embarrassing, would it not? For old Bobby. Bobby.
Equally embarrassing?
Would it be more embarrassing for you to be wearing panties out of the factory or sniffing them?
You confirmed he was wearing it after you were told not to do it. And then now you're saying you didn't know it was already out.
I don't know if it would be more embarrassing. It is very embarrassing.
That might have got some attention. But, you know...
Dude, this fucking Volt guy is so wretched and he's never going to amount to anything in any capacity.
Oh my god.
Why would you do that? Because I'm here to maybe ruffle a couple of feathers and make a bit of content happen on a stream like that. That's why. Dude, it's like, why would Chud do something funny on stream for content? Why would he do such a thing?
Tommy didn't want Bobbax exposed cause he was kicking up his YouTube profits for reading Twitter commentary to the cabal. Comment, shut.
Okay, I don't know what you mean, but thank you very much for the super chats.
When people point out, you know, there was a 6-month period between nobody really talking about a dress pic or just the fact that he'd been wearing dresses, you play dumb. And if you're pressed on it, it's like, well, fucking who cares about Bobbax? Fuck his privacy. I'm not his friend. You can have both sides of the issue over and over and over, repetitively, over and over and over again. And shit.
This is not an issue about privacy. It's an issue of you were told something privately and you leaked it.
Well, think about the start of this.
He's sitting there information.
The words he uses, I'm changing the thrust of my answer. He plays something I said more recently, and then he goes back and plays the other thing. And it's damn near identical. It has nothing to do with Bobbax's privacy.
Okay. The thing that's different is more recently he's made it more so about me leaking the information and snaking a third party, in this case Aiden being the third party that told me. None of that was present in his original statement. Obviously, it was all about the sexuality. Dude, it's so wild how he's flailing desperately, losing a debate to a video.
Instead, I'm saying fuck Bobbax, and he said that's plausible deniability. For what? For what? It's the same point. And you know what? I don't care that it's not like Chud had any kind of loyalty to Bobax or anything. Oh, there's another thing I mentioned that I agreed with. But everybody pretty much agreed that maybe we shouldn't go that far if it's a sexuality. All right, here's where he gets me. I misspoke here, 100%.
Oh, he's misspoken again. Isn't it funny how there's always these moments where Tommy C seems to misspeak and he actually means something totally different to what he said?
He does tend to a lot.
Bro.
All right, here's where he gets me. I misspoke here, 100%. His sexuality, I don't know if at the time. You know what? I'm just gonna fucking own it. I don't know if I remember the timeline at the time that I said this. Right. So
okay.
He does kind of got me here, but I'll stick to this. Nobody knew for 100% sure he's running around wearing dresses.
That look, bro. That look is the look of, are people gonna buy this? Maybe they will.
Nobody knew for 100% sure he's running around wearing dresses.
Look at that is like, oh, maybe people will believe this if I'm confident enough in saying it. Hopefully. Right. Oh my god, it's too good, man. It is too good. Wow, I was totally wrong about much of what I was saying here. But the dress picture, guys, am I right? Now who looks like a kid that's been caught with a hand in the cookie jar, eh?
Oh, shit.
Now looks like the kid that's got caught out, Tommy. What is that face? Right. Please believe me. Please believe me. My pathetic, wretched career is riding on this. Please. Look at that face, man. Come off it.
Come off it, mate.
That's too good. So yes, I know this was dumb reaction shit, but hopefully you can understand why I wanted to watch this. Dude, this is what Tommy's got in store for him next stream. Dude, this is going to be the next reacception. Just literally surrounded by chuds, all debunking his points. That is too good, man. That is banging. That is a great effort. Thank you for that. That is a fantastic effort. Thank you. Oh, man.
Misspoke. I'll give Chud a point here, but it doesn't defeat the main thrust. The main thrust is you put it out there to make content off it, which was his time that I changed it.
Okay, so I would argue his main thrust was I exposed his sexuality, which then led to his OnlyFans getting leaked. That was his original argument. He says that he was wrong on both those points now. You know, whatever. But listen to what we're at now. This is his backing for why I'm so snaky.
Around wearing dresses. Misspoke. I'll give Chud a point here, but it doesn't defeat the main thrust. The main thrust is you put it out there to make content off it, which
the main thrust is you put it out there to make content off it.
Ooh.
I accuse you, Chud, of making content off of funny information that the person that told you doesn't care that it came out. I accuse you of making good content. Oh my god, like what are we doing here, man? This is so stupid.
Which was his time that I changed it. It doesn't really change anything.
So, listen, there's nothing in this commentary about anything to do with me snaking the trust of a third party that told me. It's all about Boblax, and yes, he's saying, who cares about Boblax's privacy? But here, he's saying that I'm still bad because I apparently leaked Boblax's sexuality.
Which he didn't do. Boblax's sexuality was out by then, right?
I'm not too sure.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
None of the
either.
specifics
Not
matter. The action
sure.
of none of the yeah, that's the thing. And
none of the specifics matter now, guys. The thing he's been arguing for now. None of those specifics matter actually. Dude, this is
getting bogged down with specifics here, Lynn. None of the specifics matter. My main thrust, his words, not mine, didn't change. When he's pinned on it, he's so careful. I didn't know, but it doesn't really matter if I did. You can't. I'm uncriticizable. Get the fuck out of here. You know, come on, give me a break. You know what? I'll take the same stance you do. If you want to believe that I'm being insincere, feel free. And if you want to believe he's being insincere, feel free.
See? So that isn't the point he ended up making later, which he claims that he never fucking made it.
Yeah, he's saying that one statement changes my entire point. All right.
No.
Sure.
I
You
mean,
know what? I'm glad.
I mean, he can judge. He can like judge a specific statement. It doesn't have to be like your entire fucking point. There are certain statements you make that can change completely the context of your point.
You played both videos, Chad. Thank you.
About Bo Blacks. This is all about Bo Blacks. Okay. Dude, is Tommy starting to realize now why it was such a bad idea for me to really go in depth on this? Because I would just make him look like a total retard. Like, dude, I want the record to show that I tried to play this nicely. I tried to play it calmly. Okay? I didn't want to react to all this and fucking expose him for being such a retard. I was happy to have a conversation and move forward. I mean, maybe we wouldn't be pals or whatever, but at least I wanted to save him some fucking embarrassment here.
I mean, this
And
entire
now
thing has been super
I've
fucking
got into
weird.
it, and unfortunately, this is where we are now. I mean, I didn't want this. I didn't
ask for this. I didn't want this, but there it is.
Rough watch.
Hey?
No,
And on
I'm saying the whole time, John, fuck him. You can't do that. And you're saying it's plausible. I'm saying it plausible. That's the first video. That's the first one I called you out with. And the second one you played is fuck Bobax, and the one before is fuck Bobax. That's a plausible deniability. Now, yeah, maybe I missed, but maybe I should specifically said the dress or the picture or the information. Sure, you got me. I'm sure that you could twist it that way, but it doesn't.
What do you mean twist it that way? That's what you said. It's so ridiculous. I'm still hanging on. I didn't twist anything. Those are your words that you said in your original video, and you changed your argument.
Doesn't change the main thrust.
On top of that as well, his sexuality was already fucking leaked.
That's true.
It had already come out by the New Year's stream that he was non-binary. So he has changed his position on this so much, and he's acting like the position 2 streams later was always his position, but it wasn't.
Yeah, it was. It was, and you played it. You're taking one word that I said and trying to twist that into me changing my entire position when it's near identical. The entire
Identical?
length of this video.
Really?
This was what he argued originally.
I feel no. He's like conceded so much stuff. Well, wait, is this like the current Tommy or is this the past
this is-
Tommy?
Yeah, we were originally fuck Bobax is not about privacy, and that's what I argued last night. Definitely should have said it. I could see why people would think.
Dude, I mean, you know, I'm sure we don't need to repeat this, but his point was, yes, it was fuck Bo Blacks, and I never said that he didn't say fuck Bo Blacks or was defending Bo Blacks. I said it when he was talking about the Victoria's Secret thing because it was funny, but I never thought he was defending Bo Blacks. Originally, he'd said, I exposed his sexuality, and he alluded to that leaded to the OnlyFans leak. Both things now which he admits he was wrong about. But he's got to this conclusion, he can't admit that he's wrong, so he's still desperately trying to make it fit. So what have we got? You spoke about the picture to create content. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
To that conclusion, but I think this is deliberately and willfully being twisted.
What I responded to originally.
Whatever. Oh, there you go. 1 chud a day if you want it, but you
One
have to
shot
ask
a
for it.
day.
1 chud a day.
Oh! Okay, I thought he was going to do a summer of Chud 10, but now it's 1 shot a day if you ask for it. That's interesting, isn't
All
it?
you knew Bobax was trans. He said Bobax was Adrian. I don't think he knew till when I knew, but maybe fuck. I don't know. I don't know when they knew. or
We
when they-
probably did.
Oh! Wait a second. Wait, this guy's pointing out that, yeah, Augie brought it up on the New Year's stream.
1 chud
did he?
a day. All you knew Bobax was trans. He said Bobax was Adrian. I don't think he knew till when I knew, but maybe fuck. I don't know.
So he just ignores it. What the
interesting.
fuck?
Yes,
he just
that's
is
the point.
ignoring
He
it.
mentioned it on the stream, and that's what I responded to. And then he's just fucking swerving away from that. Yes, he mentioned it on the stream, which is why I mentioned the picture.
When they knew. or
We
when they-
probably did. I don't
He
know.
didn't leak it.
No.
He didn't wait till a fucking best.
Yeah,
friend
speak
stream of the
quiet.
year.
What? He didn't He said it on the New Year stream, bro. He said it on the New Year
Yeah, it's
stream
kinda
before
fucking
I then
crazy.
said, what about this picture? Oh my god, dude.
That's for sure. So let's see if he sticks by his word and does one more. I doubt it. But you
So
can.
I'll do like another 5-hour stream on
Yeah,
this.
I'm fucking sick. I'm just doing one at a fucking time.
That is not you. That is the stream.
Fuck it. It's getting ridiculous. It's getting boring. I'll be perfectly honest with you.
Oh, now it's getting boring. Interesting. Interesting. Now he's bored. He's so bored of this, guys. He's so bored. He's so bored. This is boring, guys. This is boring. Now I realize how wrong and retarded I am. I'm
This is
very
boring.
bored of when it, dude. The amount of stuff he's fucking said about how much he's gonna do content on this, and now all of a sudden it's, oh well, if you want me to, I'll talk about it. But this is boring. Dude, I offered repeatedly to have a conversation. This is the problem. It is certainly unk. But Tommy C doesn't have much stamina, it seems. He's run out of steam, it looks like. Oh dear. Wow, there we go.
Boring. You know, like, I'm not gonna convince anybody. If you don't think Chud's a fucking snaky fuck
Oh.
by now, okay, fine. But the idea that one word changes the same thing I said twice, the main thrust, and like, how can I plausible? I don't understand how I get plausible deniability when it was in the first video.
Because you can use prior statements you've made to create plausible deniability in the
Okay,
current
that's wonderful.
state
But how do I
today
make money
about the point you were
off
making. That's the
Shall we
point.
gotta be 100% serious? Does the content mafia exist? Who is Tommy C following orders from? Commend.
Thank you for the super chats. No, yeah, it exists. He's getting orders from Smaggle Daggle. He's getting orders from fucking Alex Gekmo.
I would say something that gave me plausible deniability.
What the fuck is up
In
with
the second-
Smaggle Daggle?
Wouldn't I?
Well, I mean, if you're a time traveler.
The main thrust of the thing. Hey, look, and like I said, he tries to take both ends. I didn't know, and if I did, it's okay. Okay. You didn't know, and I don't believe you. You don't gotta believe
Simple
me.
as.
Reviewing the entire stream. And keep in mind too, the first video, he left out Tom and Bovax when he was covering all my major points. Now, that's all he can concentrate on. Well, that's honest.
Wow, you didn't respond to my points, Chud. Oh, okay. Let me respond to them in detail and prove how you're wrong on everything. Oh, why are you so focused on that now? Yeah, because I missed it out and you made out that there was some massive point that I needed to address. So I've extensively addressed them now. Now that apparently is bad. Please stop focusing on the points that made me look really bad because I'm retarded and got a bunch of stuff wrong. Oh my god, dude.
Alright. Any more? Any calls? Nothing?
We got another.
Dude. Anyway, that's it, I think. That's it. Is that it? Is there more juice to squeeze it? Bro, it's so funny, man. God, I just want to... Just remember, guys. I never asked for this, okay? I never asked for this. I tried to handle this tactfully. Unfortunately, Tommy took a different path. And it was one... Eventually, I was willing to follow him down.
Ethan clip, if you want to pull that up.
That.
He talked about his son. He sent it to you, yeah.
Alright, I'll call it a night. We're gonna watch some, who wants to watch, crime shit after this? 3, 2,
Hell
1?
yeah.
Oh,
Is that
Ethan
it?
challenges Hans to help fund them.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. So now we have, this is apparently Tommy C going over the Meltdown stream, which is the stream that we just watched. Are you ready for an insane react? Wait, is it the same one? I don't know what the original one was called. No, it might not be the same one. No, I don't think so, actually. Weird. All right. So, we didn't really get that much from it. I think, Not all that much happened. Nothing ever happens, right? So that's gonna be funky. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how gas works.
You've come to
Okay, to be fair, I didn't say anything after that. I just kept watching the video.
Oh fuck, I forgot about his annoying fucking intro.
Responded to it on stream by not addressing the two big things, the Bobax things and the Turkey Tom thing. So I was like super enthused when I found out he addressed it, and he addressed it angrily. He's really he's very, very angry with me. In fact, one of the things I've noticed is, you know, they're using this line like, oh man, you can't take the banks, it was just a joke, it's just a joke. Well, the same things that I was suspicious of not being a joke are pretty much the same things they're saying about me now. He's stupid. What now? It's CTE. You know, I always thought he had an issue with soldiers. By the way, that's kind of funny you brought that up. It's so the same thing. So, what am I to believe? Is he joking now, or was he joking then? I don't think he was joking then. Call me crazy. We did skim through it. I did skim through it, but we want to do live reaction. And Ginny, what was your take?
There's just too much pausing for me, honestly.
So wait, you didn't fucking watch it because there's too much pause? Maybe she does, but what the fuck? This is your job, and there's too much pausing for you? What the fuck?
Forever to get through like the first 10 minutes of the video, or yeah, of your video.
Mm-hmm.
And it just got to a point where I was like, this is shit. I just need to stop.
Chud did 2 hours and 18 minutes on a 25 minute video. I don't know, you just answered what I said, but he's all over the place. Most of the time just calling me names, which is fine, because to me, the name calling is a call to kind of gin up the crowd, to get me mauled, so to speak. So I'll just go away like, oh my God, I can't believe I messed with Chud Logic. Jesus, all these people hate me, and that to me just means shut up. When I hear "shut up, don't embarrass yourself," that's perfectly funny too, because if you take like I saw it funny. Dicker said, Dicker said something to the effect, "You're getting totally mauled in your own Discord." Yeah, that's like winning. I'm paraphrasing Dickers. I apologize. I mean, you'd have to think that I'm trying to win something. I'm not. I'm trying to provoke something. And I think I've done it pretty much successfully. I'm trying to provoke a different view on Chud Logic. Through his pattern of behavior,
so now you're like an artist. You're a fucking artist trying to promote a view?
Many things.
Dude,
and one of the things that got lost is, I just got the phone with Kraut and T, who may have been bad empanaded. So he's under investigation by the Austrian government. The
what?
Overwhelming odds. I mean, it's not 100%. It's probably bad empanada. And I think whoever made that complaint is going to be sorry, especially if it's an Austrian citizen. But Kraut told me that Chud was pestering him, and he thought it was weird. He did it once or twice about getting Sargon of Akkad's DMs. Can you give me his DMs? Can you give him his DMs? I'm sorry. That's
that's kind of unfounded. I mean, if that was
going up to
maybe
Willie Mac saying, "Hey, buddy, why don't you come on the show? Oh, I see you're crashing out. Do you want to defend yourself?" Yeah, Willie thought, yeah, you're trying to retard wrangle me. You're not my friend. I'm content to you. Chud's content to everybody's content to Chud. And if you have a problem with that, that's fine. But, don't sit there and lecture me on what a good guy is, how fair he is. Chud likes to live in the image of fairness. He doesn't want to be fair. He plays dumb, and he gets angry when you point it out. And to all those people that, say I got to go on and talk to him, may I point you to harmful opinions when he just screams and yells at them the whole time? No. And then from what
Wait, what? No, he didn't. Wait, are you talking about the gay Riddler fucking stream? No, I don't think that was just him screaming at harmful the entire time. What? That's not how that happened. Such an odd way of portraying it.
In the video,
I don't think it's the nicest thing in the world. I don't think it has to be either.
Come on the show, and that says to do it privately. And I guess at the point, I was like the 217 point, right? He says, "Well, I'm not talking." to 18. I'm not talking to that guy anyway. So he's all over the place. So he's really fishing for a win. And I don't care how much you call me a pussy, especially like if it's coming from Beaker Queenman himself or him. Them calling me a pussy has like zero effect. I think Chud's a sad sack of shit. I think a lot of people in this business, it's really a revenge of the nerd situation. I mean, what is Chud? Is he a left-wing intellectual that is really sharp commentary on drama? Or is he really just a pathetic guy that doesn't live with his kids, that is trolling for bussy on his time?
Wait, what? Wait, what the fuck? Is this an old video? This is June 23rd. This is 5 days ago. But this is an edit from like the original, isn't it?
And that's what I think he's trying to cover up. I mean, I think you'll see that too.
And I've been fucking pressured into it by retards in chat. And he's not even...
No, this isn't Reactception. No, what the this is a reposting. Dude, what is Tommy C's channel? So this video is... That's this one. I don't think... Did I cover this one? When did I last stream? It might have been that day. Wait, I do keep a notes of all the videos I watch. We'll see. This would have been most recent, right?
Not watching his...
So this Tommy C is an annoying pest and I will squash him like one. We have Tommy C pretends not to understand anything. Not wearing the hat. That's like the original stream. And then we have Tommy C is crashing out over me. And Chud doesn't watch the video live. Okay, and then we have I don't trust Chud Logic anymore.
King taught me. And in fame or a debate. And I mean...
Okay, so that's different.
We're calling it rape.
And then we have Chud Logic doesn't like... Okay, so I guess I didn't cover this. I might have watched it live or through something else. Fucking weird. Okay. Very odd. So... When was this? That's the problem, is he doesn't timestamp his shit, but this has to be older, right?
I'm gonna watch my response.
Okay, I guess we're gonna skip that one. This is how Chud Logic snaked Turkey Tom. This is the big evidence clipping, okay? So let's see.
No, just...
We're gonna skip the intro.
Apparently, like, Chud's mad at you?
Yeah, for some reason.
Let me see this. I haven't seen
I
this.
guess just because I'm here.
I guess he's mad.
Chud's mad at you because you don't add anything. You just agree with Tommy the entire time.
I've heard about that.
I don't know. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe outside of this, he's actually like more competitive.
Here we go. Chud's mad at you.
Dude,
combative.
I hate this what's this guy's name, right? I want a piece of this fucking loser. Who's this fucking...
Hold me back, bro.
Chud. Big man Chud. Coming for me, dude.
Piece you. Chud, you look like a fucking ape. You've probably never in a fist fight in your life. Who are you, kid? I want a piece of you. Oh, intellectually.
Chud just looks like a guy for Islam.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, he like cut out there. Why is Tommy laughing? You couldn't even hear what he said. He just said something. He looks like a for Islam.
Safety of fucking Tommy's drunken rampage. What a fucking loser, dude. Just piping up like that. Come and talk to me, you fucking pussy. Come on my stream and talk to me.
Yeah, so I can yell at you and call you the gay Joker over and over and claim victory.
Oh, he is referencing the gay Riddler.
My God, Chud, calm down. You know, how much longer are you going to be able to call me a drunken loser when you're carrying on like this?
Me, rather than just fucking nipping at my heels on your little gay stream. Fuck you. Volts.
You Volt.
Volts. Volt. Who the fuck is Volts? Who is he?
I want a piece of you. This is ridiculous. Isn't what the kids call cringe? I want a piece of you. Now imagine your entire. This is his entire
He's
identity.
like seething and coping.
Yeah, this is like his entire identity talking like that. Jesus Christ, how much you want to bet he doesn't talk like that in real life? I bet he's very
In what
respectful.
world? In what fucking world would I be afraid of a guy who's into trans? Yeah, Chad, sure, yeah, buddy. I'm terrified.
You better hope you win. You better hope you win that fight. I bet he's bigger than you.
I'm okay.
Nobody wants to get their ass kissed by a gay guy.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I would just ask Jeremy.
I mean, it's fucking him and goddamn Udar. That guy's your friend? Is that it? Yes, I guess.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Oh, that's so funny. That is funny. That is funny. Okay. We're gonna let Chud Logic talk. Today's subject is Turkey Tom. And we're gonna do one Chud Logic thing an episode. Well, as long as he keeps replying, because it's probably gonna turn into Tommy C, the Tommy C tribute show. So
wave at Chud, everybody. Wave at Chud because he is watching right now.
So this
hey,
is
Chud, how are you?
This is when I've been like ended and destroyed, and there's a real problem that he left out on this thing where, you know, supposedly Tom invited this conversation, this debate that's going on, but he left out one important thing. Well, he kind of hints at the end. I want you guys to know, before you watch this, right? Before you watch this, hey, there's a body guy. Keep in mind that at very least, I don't know about Augie, 3 of them, I already know at this point, know what's coming.
Oh, yeah.
They know that the Destiny stuff is all of them. So they're all going to lie. Every one of these guys are going to lie. They're not lying for any kind of nefarious reason. They're lying because they're waiting for it to come out. We went over this before with the Pixie stuff. They're waiting for it to come out. So they see what Pixie does. You know, and she could turn around any moment, say, hey, nothing happened. If she, you know, got her money for law school or whatever it is. Keep in mind, when this conversation happens, this is so important.
Okay, this is super important.
3, at least 3, could be 4, could be Augie. I don't even know, because I knew somewhere around late November, early December, that this stuff, the hack, because I knew about the hack, because then the one thing about him blowing the guy, right? But I knew about the stuff recorded without permission. All of them know that. 100% of them know that. It's very, very important when you watch this.
I'm kidding.
Whoa! Hey, yo!
Oh, God.
This photo on my other monitor is kinetic,
By the way, this is him watching the New Year's stream.
certainly.
She's not Melina.
Yo.
She is not Melina. It's okay.
Nick,
Hey.
what the fuck?
That was a joke for the record. That was a joke.
Nick,
That's
you've
what
been
they all
doing
say.
a lot of great stuff
A lot
on
of
your
dog
YouTube
whistling.
channel.
No, I don't.
No.
I
gonna
I
compliment
brought
Nick.
all that. I had all that shit on my feed. I was ready to cover it. I'm just like,
So he
I
mentions Melina, and then what happens?
don't know what's happening here, so I'm not touching this.
Oh, you're gonna cover Destiny?
I had the Destiny stuff.
Nicholas brings up Destiny first.
This has never been in dispute, by the way. We all knew that he broke the fucking seal here, and then Chud takes full advantage.
Yeah, we all saw
of
the
it.
stream.
We all knew it. I said that too. You know, we know Nick did a no-no here, and Chud took full advantage of it. And when you know that they know what's coming, exactly. I don't know if they knew about President Sunday at this point. I was told that, then I'll probably have to retract that. I'm not sure if they knew about President Sunday, but they know what's in there. I've already been told. Got almost a month earlier, or at least 2 weeks.
Nicholas is the person to bring it into the conversation. First jokingly, and then more seriously. Okay?
Good timing, right?
So,
Chud?
regardless of whatever agreement might have been in place, right? Nicholas is the person that brought up Destiny, right? And I was a bit taken aback at the time, and you listen, I don't really say anything at first because my understanding was, you know, there wasn't like a particular keenness to get into the Destiny stuff, which is whatever. It's fine. I know I'm happy to, you know, if you don't want to get into it, whatever, fine. Like it wasn't, you know, again, I don't want to start leaking fucking private combos with other people, but I understood and I got that there wasn't, people didn't want to necessarily get into the Destiny shit. And then Nicholas brought it up.
And that's 100% true. He didn't want to get into Destiny stuff because they knew what was coming. So Chud takes full advantage of it.
And then listen to me, or listen to the lack of me, I should say.
The lack of you, was it like a less than a minute?
Well, hold up, and I'm like, I don't know. Well, when I say the Destiny,
I love the fact that he's gonna say, "See, I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. I'm innocent." You know.
stuff, chat probably thinks I was gonna pull up him talk like the fucking video of him sucking cock on camera. But no, like the Molina stuff, that's been our slash YouTube drama.
A person? Who is? I'm waiting to see if he ever responds to anything about it, because that would be like.
Did you see the clip yesterday?
If you.
See, another thing is, all three of them are talking about this thing, but none of it's, nobody's putting pressure on each other. No one's trying to pretend they don't know what's coming.
The Wick one?
The Wick one was...
Well, actually, they all are. But this is not... no, in fairness, no, I'll take that back. That will eventually happen. But this is sort of it's a fake conversation between all of them. They're pretending to speculate, is what they're doing. Now, it's not completely unreasonable. It's not nefarious. They want to keep their mouth shut because they want to see how the whole thing blurs out. Because this could burn out at this point. But they know what's the key here is all of them know that the stuff was recorded without consent. They all know with a possible exception, because I never talked to Augie about it, so I can't say for sure.
Terrible, yeah.
That
was brutal. What's happening?
But the thing is, like, you just don't know.
Yeah, there's no way to know.
So notice when they're talking about it, Augie sort of mentions something, Nicholas speaks, Tom speaks. Who isn't speaking? Who isn't saying a single word, in fact?
No, the seal's been broken, Chud. Clearly.
Yeah.
Like, this is the best time. You're whipping up some ideas.
Wait, so he's watching them he's literally watching them. They're the first ones to bring up this entire situation, and he's literally watching them do it. And then he's like, oh, but now... I have to re-listen to that. I have to rewatch his reaction to make sure I'm hearing this correctly, because that seems too insane.
Unreasonable. It's not nefarious. They want to keep their mouth shut because they want to see how the whole thing blurs out. Because this could burn out at this point. But they know what's the key here is all of them know that the stuff was recorded without consent. They all know with a possible exception, because I never talked to Augie about it, so I can't say for sure.
Terrible, yeah. That was brutal. What's happening?
But the thing is, like, you just don't know.
Yeah, there's no way to know.
So notice when they're talking about it, Augie sort of mentions something, Nicholas speaks, Tom speaks. Who isn't speaking? Who isn't saying a single word, in fact?
No, the seal's been broken, Chud. Clearly.
Yeah.
Like, this is the best time. You're whipping up some ideas.
Initially.
This is your chance. This Brown just scheming and thinking.
I'm not saying a single word because I'm a bit like, oh, I thought the guys, maybe didn't want to get into this, so I don't say anything about it.
But then you decide to put pressure on Tom.
And I just let them talk about it. But then this happens. I can't believe I want to litigate this again. It's ridiculous.
Then don't. If you're so fucking confident, you don't have to do anything.
Hit us.
I mean, his chat has been annoying the shit out of him, right? And I wonder if Tommy feels like the same way towards his chat, that his chat could also potentially be annoying. Because I'm not sure he does.
Tommy C tribute show, I promise you.
The Wick one?
The Wick one was terrible, yeah.
That was brutal.
What's happening?
But the thing is, like, you just don't.
And then keep in mind, the conversation all three of them are happening, even though the seal's been broken, isn't dangerous to anybody.
No.
Except for
there's no way to know.
Nicholas Diario.
Okay, am I crazy? I thought it was, and this is my speculation before.
And at that point, I'm thinking like, ooh, okay, that's a bit silly, but whatever. And then Augie fucking pops up. It's like, I am not fucking getting involved in the convo. I'm happy to just let it.
You were happy to get. I love how he's setting this up. He's very creative. Like this. I just tried to stay out of it. I tried to stay out of it until I didn't.
Pass if they don't, But then the issue is pressed and the issue is pressed.
I make a comment on this. This is my speculation. I'm not saying this as a fact.
But Augie starts talking
when all
again.
those DMs
I don't know if Augie knew shit at this point, by the way.
got leaked, I just kind of assumed in my mind that was obviously revenge porn.
So here they're talking about Pixie.
Is that an insane? Oh, I'm not saying, I'm not reporting that as.
I was confused when this first came
But
up,
I'm just saying, like, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, this clearly must have been Like,
listen,
talking
it was my
about
first
in regards
thought,
to,
like all the sex videos.
Augie trying to. I don't know what Augie knows and what he doesn't.
The guy that did the hack and released it. That's
Okay, here's where Chud comes in, right? And this is where it happens. And watch the hysterical way he tries to fucking say he's getting out of it. We're just having a debate that I know the predetermined outcome of.
Confirmed. But I'm just saying, like, in my mind, like, yeah, this clearly must have been, like.
They know it, Leah. They know what's coming. They know. Every one of them know that because I knew. Nick told me. Apparently, Chud told Nick. I'm absolutely sure Tom knew. Every single one of them knew that this was. I don't know for Augie. Keep Augie off. That this stuff that was coming out wasn't consensual. They all knew. Chud will kind of make reference to that right here.
In regards to
like all the sex videos
the guy that did the hack and released it. That's like. So then I start talking.
I don't know what the fact that he didn't talk for a minute makes it look a difference, but hey,
Irrelevant. Revenge.
Yeah, it's really irrelevant. But yeah, he's manipulating the audience.
Porn. I think there's another term for it. If you send an image to someone. No. But so I'm softening it from revenge porn, but saying there is still a problem with it, but it's called something else. It's like it's called something else. It's called like the sharing of.
Nothing here is wrong. Chud's not doing anything wrong at this point.
The non-consensual sharing of intimate images because it's not being done for the intent, but it's still bad to do it.
You mean for the intent of publishing it?
So I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe we can agree on this and move on. But then,
if the participants in those videos were knowledgeable this was being shared at all, is the question. Yeah.
Right.
But
I doubt they were. I mean, I doubt.
No one's calling each other a sweeper. No one's telling anybody at this point, oh, fucking come on. You know what's going on. But Chud will.
Oh, they were.
Yeah,
let's use our fucking brains here, shall we? So at this point, I'm thinking, okay. Well, if we're going to talk about it, like, it's obviously silly to suggest it was.
Well, if we're going to talk about it, let me put like, even though I know at this point, I know that the stuff was done unconsensual, I'm going to take advantage of this.
Consensual, right? So if you notice, I'm not jumping straight in and being like, Tom, answer for your crimes.
You will. You will. Give it time.
Sure. I don't know.
Give it time, Chud, and more than you played on here.
I'm letting the conversation play out a bit, and as I realise it's going to continue, I start to chip in and make some comments about it. But listen further. Particularly keep in mind the idea that I put Tom in a difficult position.
Yeah, you'll see it. It'll be pretty clear. And you also get an idea on how Chud does things as far as trying to shape the narrative. It's pretty funny. It's a rewriting in history. And he's doing that with the Bobax thing. Let me try that again. Next stream.
The idea that I put Tom in a difficult position for any reason. Listen on.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, it's obvious that he was. Hey, can I send your news to this other guy? By the way, like, I don't think that was happening.
Wait, were there DMs where that was said?
We got someone in one of the videos here. Tom, did he ask you about sending your dick sucking vid to people, or
I thought that was Nick Fuentes.
Person.
Oh, so they're not even talking about Pixie. They're talking about the fucking. Yeah, the Destiny League. Okay.
Well,
no, Tom tweeted it was me, so I.
Turkey Thompson, the fans.
I gave full permission. That being said, somebody, before they released the full video, I do have the full one I can send to you for confirmation, Chud. Somebody edited my penis to look smaller in the video, basically.
Hey, Tom, I have a question for you, and it's $20, so I have to read it. Turkey Thompson, the fans want to know when they're getting a Tom /
So, Tubi Chat comes in, conversation looks like it might move on.
Hawk to a OnlyFans.
Why do you feel obligated to put pressure on him?
Collab. Tom.
Oh my God, I wouldn't have said anything if the conversation moved on, or you're waiting for your moment, one of the two.
Just the fans want to know when you're going to spit on that thing. Nick, can you ask him?
What am I supposed to say? Tomorrow?
You're too busy rizzing up Livy Dunn?
Yeah.
Dude,
I ruined my chat with my sense of humor, by the way. I destroyed my fucking life. Sorry. You talk about going to Spirit.
Dude, you're snorting galaxy gas out of her ass.
So the conversation is moving on, right? And I'm not pressing anything. I'm not saying anything. It's fine.
Nobody's pressing anybody.
Whatever. Okay?
But you will.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But you will. I love how he's doing it. I'm not doing anything until he does something. It's so funny.
Beer at Halloween, and I bought a Hawk to a hat for like $30, and I forgot to wear it on stream. So, and now the meme isn't funny anymore.
Oh my God.
So I just have this $30 spit on that thing hat that I just have no reason to wear. It's just.
I mean, I think you have every reason to wear it.
Oh, we should wrap this Destiny thing up though before we get completely clipped and we don't actually engage.
And then Nicholas brings it back up again.
Yes, he does bring it back up. It's already open. I don't know why that has anything to do with anything. And Nicholas is managing to bring this up without calling anybody a sweeper or pretend.
You're fucking. No way. Didn't Tommy already do a thing where he was talking about like, but they weren't talking about it, and then you brought it back up again, and then he's like, oh, you tried to like move the conversation on, and Nick talked about it again. Dude, this feels so like weird. This does feel like insane.
Pretending they don't know the predetermined outcome. This is literally like, this is what you're about to see is the equivalent of me betting on Inter Miami against PSG, knowing it's fucking fixed and acting like a goddamn genius when I hit it. When Inter Miami beats PSG. That would be literally what's
I have
going
no
on
idea
right
what that
now.
means. Is
They
that a
all
baseball
know this
reference?
shit was recorded without consent.
Kind of like that guy who fixed the World Series.
No, they all know, but they're all waiting for somebody to come out with it or Sunday to do something about it. Who knows?
No.
You know why? Because I knew.
So I'm not pressing this in any. This is happening, and I'm participating. And yes,
nobody else is pressing either.
I'm pressing on certain points, but I'm hardly sat here making it like we got to talk about this.
And that's what he does. He repeats himself. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. So when he actually does it, the blow's softer.
Guys, right? Other people are saying, let's talk about it. Other people are bringing up, and
I don't think I fucking ever said I had a problem with them talking about it. I said I had a problem with putting pressure on Tom. And I think it was for nefarious reasons. And the fact that you knew what was coming.
I'm responding, right? Now, particularly, I want you to bear in mind the idea that I put Tom in a difficult position.
Yes.
Listen to this next part.
Engage with the discussion and look like retards.
I mean, what are we supposed to say? We don't really know what went on.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of the
So Tom says he doesn't know what went on.
main thing. Is like, I don't really know what's going on.
I mean,
but I went back.
It's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious. Okay. Can we stop this fucking sweeping? Can you hear in my voice?
Yes, you're calling him a sweeper. And like you're about to say, why are you pretending you don't know what happened?
Because he's trying to like move the topic away from whatever they're talking about because he doesn't want to talk about it. And then Tom, Augie, and Nick are already like, they're getting into it. So it feels just super weird of you to criticize him for that specifically. Because he is trying to move away from it. He's not just like he does later on whenever he realizes that they're not going to stop fucking talking about it. That he does realize that later, and he's like, yeah, okay, fuck it. I'm in for a penny, in for a pound. And he starts fucking like going for it. So I don't think that's like crazy.
Even though you know what happened, and you know probably more than likely Tom knows too.
Clearly, I'm not like, necessarily pushing it to talk about it. I can't stand the fact that this.
You did push him to talk about it by calling him a sweeper.
Saying shit that is obviously stupid about it. Then listen to this.
But I went back.
It's pretty obvious. It's pretty okay. Can we stop this fucking sweeping, please?
Again.
It's pretty fucking obvious what went on.
Okay, you know what? No, wait.
Tom gets angry. You'd be angry too if you all were pretending you didn't know what was coming.
Wait.
It's fucking obvious, dude.
Total Destiny death.
It's funny. It sounds like the argument between me and Queeman.
No, that sounds fucking awesome right now. What? It sounds like Augie is like going fucking crazy to talk about this, actually.
Well, on Dr. Disrespect, it's obvious. It's obvious. What a jerk off. He's saying it's obvious when he already knows.
He knows it.
He already knows. What other rationale could you have here but not putting pressure when you know damn well that they have to pretend that they don't know? You're all pretending you don't know. But this gives him a chance to say, I'm a genius. He already knows the outcome. He already knows that they're non-consensual. And then he's going to play like, oh, come on, it's got to be. Look, it's obvious. It has to be that way. Which puts Tom in a bad spot.
Okay,
bring him in.
Shud Logic, let's talk about it. Shud Logic,
let's talk about it. Turkey Tom explicitly says
put him on the spot.
Yeah, I know. You put him right on the spot. And he's...
What the fuck are you talking about? Are you actually like, whoa. Tom literally is like, let's fucking talk about it. Where is Chud putting him on the spot? Let's rewind a few seconds. Because I have to admit it.
When you know damn well that they have to pretend that they don't know. You're all pretending you don't know. But this gives him a chance to say, you know, I'm a genius. He already knows the outcome. He already knows that they're non-consensual. And then he's going to play like, oh, come on, it's got to be. Look, it's obvious. It has to be that way. Which puts Tom in a bad spot.
Okay,
bring him in.
Chud Logic, let's talk about it. Chud Logic.
Chud Logic, let's talk about it. Turkey Tom explicitly says
put him on the spot.
Yeah, I know. You put him right on the spot. And he said, this is what he says gets him off.
This is crazy.
Destroys my points, Mr. I want a piece of you.
And says, let's talk about it. What, dude? I forgot how explicit this is, dude. So apparently, I'm putting Tom in a difficult position, even though he's already distanced himself from Destiny. And then in the conversation, Tom said...
By the way, this is DDG. He didn't say Destiny personally. So I think I'm going to take a vacation for DDG for a while. So that's been kind of changed a little too. More history rewriting.
Says, let's talk about it to me.
Dude, this is
what
crazy.
Have I done wrong?
This is
How
actually
is this in any way snaky, bro?
He doesn't want to appear to be a fucking pussy.
Yeah, he doesn't want to
commentary.
Yeah, he doesn't want to come out like a pussy. You're fucking calling him out, saying he's being deliberately ignorant about the situation, knowing damn well that they all know what's coming, including you. So this gives you one or two. You can put pressure on Tom and seem like a fucking genius when it all comes out, even though you know what's coming out.
How am I being a snake in this situation? Tom explicitly asked me to have a conversation about it.
But, no, wait.
And you can hear the anger in Tom's voice too.
It's fucking
no.
obvious, dude.
What are you talking about?
It's fucking obvious.
You imagine?
Where's the anger
like
in Tom's
guy
voice?
saying
That's
it's
Augie
obvious
talking right now for one.
Adam's the call.
Okay,
bring him in.
Chud Logic, let's talk about it. Chud Logic, let's talk about it. What do you mean it's obvious?
Like the all mood too.
I think he's a little annoyed, but he's not like angry about it.
At this point, I'm like recognizing that I know a bit of BTS stuff. I know a bit about the other bits and pieces of this. I can't talk about it.
Exactly! Exactly, you knew!
So why bring it up?
You fucking knew!
Oh my god.
Why bring it up? What?
You knew!
Michael,
yes! The point of this wasn't that he didn't know. The point of this is that he revealed too much. Why is this such a gotcha moment for Tommy?
You're sitting there sound like a genius. You're trying to sound like a genius because like you can read the situation and you already knew. Everybody knew behind the scenes, including you. So you're obviously putting Tom. The fact that Tom says, okay, let's talk about it. You know what it tells me? Hey, Chud, stop. Because you know you guys can't talk about it. That's unbelievable. It's an admission right there.
Publicly. So I've then got to think, oh shit, what can I talk about this public to fucking back me up here? He commented on it.
So I pulled up
Melina. So then I go to Melina. And then I go to Melina.
And he pauses right here. And he makes you think that this is where it stopped. Like it was just a quick exchange and that's it. Keep watching.
Melina, and we obviously talk about Melina.
Oh?
Now, if you want to go and watch the rest of that, that's fine. Okay? How the fuck?
I bet you don't. But you don't have to if you really don't want to.
Can you possibly argue that I am a snake?
Yes.
For this conversation,
yes.
When I didn't participate at first, I participated.
I didn't participate for a minute. That's such a weird fucking rationalization. Oh, wait a minute. It's meant for dummies.
A bit, and then it moved on, and I didn't say anything. Nick brought it back up, and then when it started kicking off again, Tom said, "Chud, let's talk about this." What?
Because you pressured him, Chud.
You pressured him. You pressured him.
You fucking idiot.
You put him against the wall and he said, hey, come on, Chud. Yeah, let's talk about it. And then, oh, I just magically realized that I actually knew the outcome before it was going to happen. As did Tom, as did Nick.
Do you see how fucking retarded? I know you knew already. Do you see the lengths of
then why would you have to keep explaining it to your audience?
Retardation.
Why not keep
Tommy is engaging in here. Yes, Alanar, exactly. One of the reasons I wanted to talk about this is I was listening back to these clips and I was like, holy shit, it's even worse for Tommy than I realized.
Yeah, it really isn't.
Tommy's arguments are even more retarded than I realized when I was listening.
And my arguments haven't changed.
Think to this. He's just wrong. He is fundamentally wrong about the substance of much of what he said. And when he's presented with it, he flip-flops about it.
Where's the flip-flop? No example. I'm still on it. I haven't changed at all.
He flip-flops about it.
Same
and
thing.
he's gone.
About
This is what I was talking about when I was saying about this man
is
in
it?
every aspect of his
It's
retarded
sad.
argument.
What is
right?
it?
And I knew that I was in the right.
I knew it.
But I didn't know just how in the right I was. This is fucking devastating to his point.
This is devastating to yours because it doesn't stop. This is about where Chud paused it, and there's a good reason for it. Watch.
Almost the exact.
I don't know, Melina.
Okay, I tell you what. If she's lying, why doesn't Destiny prove it then?
I don't know. That's why
This is exactly where we left off. Does Tom sound like he's calm?
I'm waiting
Why
to see
did
if
he
he
react like that?
responds.
Why did he react? Why is he not commenting on it in any meaningful way? It's fucking obvious what's going on.
Who knows?
I went on.
Well,
and
you're
I-
sweeping.
Remember, they have. He called him a sweeper again. They have to fucking pretend. They have to pretend. And Chud knows this.
It's unbelievable. I'd heard it, but I didn't know it was
my
true.
God.
Tom, sweeping
You say
Destiny
sweeping.
again,
Here we
bro.
go.
Yeah, Chud didn't play this part, did he?
Here we go.
All right.
Dude, this
I
is
went
fucking
on-
funny. It's fucking funny. I don't like. Okay, sure, it's a little harsh. Whatever. I think it's kind of fucking funny.
Okay, okay, hold on. Let me talk to Chud real quick. Okay, here we go. Okay, so for Melina, she could be telling the truth. For Destiny, that clip does look bad. But I've been traumatized by the internet, by the amount of false allegations that have happened, that I'm just waiting. Okay?
What happens when
Why didn't Chud get in trouble with Laura Loomer before coming out on? And that's the worst part. He knows. They all know.
Yeah,
Well,
because
that was a false
he's been
allegation.
in the Destiny drama for the Destiny community for fucking ever.
Really, he knows, and he knows that it wasn't
He
consensual at this
knows.
point. With Tom's face,
And he knows that they know.
And by the way,
He knows that
Tom
they know as well.
Tom is saying what he would say had he not known. So they're pretending they don't know. They do. They know. But they're waiting for the whole thing to play out. But Chud takes advantage of the situation, put it on pressure. He pauses it right there when he keeps going in on Tom.
the person at the center of the allegation responds and debunks it, right?
Yeah, he hasn't responded yet.
So why hasn't that happened?
I don't know yet.
All right, just to be clear.
Is Destiny the kind of person that shows
And why isn't that? And that's the thing. Like, why isn't that happen? Putting pressure on Tom. And Tom has to say, I don't know yet, even though he knows. Even though Chud knows.
Wait, does he?
even though
Wait. He knows why Wait, I don't know that. Wait. Tom knows why Destiny hasn't responded yet? That's the thing? That's the thing that Tom has pressure about? He knows why Destiny hasn't responded yet? And at the time, this wasn't about Pixie. This was about Destiny having his dick sucked. That's another part that makes this so weird. Is that largely at this time, the thing that people took away the most from this is that Destiny had his dick sucked and he hadn't responded to it yet. This wasn't about the Pixie leaks.
knows.
Away from responding to controversy.
All right.
I mean, that's definitely something that they know about in the conversation. That's not something that, like, the public knew about, or even, I think, got tipped off to from this conversation. After a little bit, actually, you know, maybe you could have gotten a hint of it. I think there was a tiny hint of that specifically, but otherwise, yeah, I don't
No, but he usually does wait.
So the clip.
The thing is, based on everything I've
Yeah, we're gonna watch the whole
seen,
thing again.
I think you're probably right, but I'm not going to go out of my way to cast.
Now Tom's got to fucking change position and says, "I think you're probably right, but I'm not going to put my stamp of approval on it." And he'll go, "Why not? It's obvious."
Judgment when I don't fucking know.
Okay, yeah, bro. I'm not saying you have to do a full thing about it. I get that, right? But like, can we stop at all? How? It's fucking obvious. It's obvious. Okay, it's very clear.
Okay, wait.
It's obvious now.
I'm not telling you have to go on, but it's obvious. It's the same Chud move.
Yeah,
it's Willie Mack. Look, this is a really crazy thing to say about Willie Mack, but there's a point here. Like this is what I'm talking about all the time. Look, I'm not trying to make you make a decision on this, but it's obvious what the decision is. It's typical Chud.
Yeah, you
stuff.
dummy.
And it's
Tom,
very,
you
very
stupid
funny.
fuck. It's so obvious.
Okay, but the problem
Just
to me
say
is
it
like
out
you say
loud.
it's obvious, and like I think
great.
it probably is that way if I had to guess, but I
Yeah.
just don't know. I don't know the people involved. I don't
Okay.
necessarily
Yes.
trust
Yes,
most.
you do, Tom.
Okay.
Can I just say a thing, please? So the problem that I have with that one video with the Melina
Nick Staines is the subject.
stuff is I went back because I didn't trust a random Reddit post with a 30-second clip that was clipped from.
So basically, what he does is he stops it right here, so he doesn't see, so you don't see even more pressure that he puts on, knowing, and he admitted in this video, was it the BTS stuff or what have you? He knew, they knew, And just the fact Tom says, I want to have a conversation about it, in anger, by the way, probably was a message, shut the fuck up.
It completely obliterates and eviscerates his point, okay? And obviously, if someone is saying, let's talk about it, the tone that I'm getting is, I'm happy to have disagreements on this stream with you.
And he's turning it into, this is just people disagreeing with each other. Even though
is it? You call him, so you call him stupid.
Yeah, he's calling me stupid. Oh,
and a sweeper. It's so obvious. I mean, dummy.
Can you
just have a stance on it?
You realize why? You realize now that why I don't talk to him? If he's willing to do this, what's he willing to do in a conversation?
Jesus Christ, dude. No, just fucking talk to him. Because if he does this in a conversation and it's so obvious, if it's so fucking obvious to you that that's what this conversation is, then it should be so fucking easy to just be like, you're doing it right now. I can see you're doing it right fucking now. Okay. And everyone else in this fucking stream can see that you're fucking doing it right fucking now. What's so crazy about that? It's like, oh, I don't want to talk to him because he's going to be mean to me and he's going to do exactly what I think he will. Well, that's fine, isn't it? I don't... Okay.
Lie about it. Go public with something I didn't say.
You to have disagreements throughout this stream with people, because that seems to be the tone of it. And we all have a good time, and we all have a laugh, and everything's okay. But Tommy C is sat there seething, saying I'm being a snake because of this.
Absolutely. Haven't flip-flopped.
Like Tommy says, that's game, set, and match. That is game, set, and match. But
it is, Chad.
YouTube
It really is.
It really
is. Because
and keep in mind, now,
he put in the badass music because this is the point where he's
so
winning.
You have to hear that whole fucking thing. Deceptive as fuck. Yeah. The fact that he knew, everyone else knew, and he knew Tom couldn't talk about it. So he sits there and takes the high ground. It's so fucking obvious. Yeah, you know. It's so funny.
You know, like Arnold Rothstein, Tommy, when he like fixed the World Series, he knew he was going to win.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
He just knew.
He fixed the World Series and acted like it was a genius. Oh man, I can't believe I made all these.
Yeah. It's a genius move.
I want to play it one more time full, so that you get the whole thing. And I'm gonna keep my mouth shut when you listen to this.
All right. Whoa.
And I just want you to remember something. 3 out of the 4 of them know.
Okay.
That the recordings were not consensual.
So I went on the Melina.
I don't know Melina.
Okay, well, okay. I tell you what. If she's lying, why doesn't Destiny prove it then?
I don't know. That's why I said I'm waiting.
Why
to see
did
if
he react like that?
responds.
Why did he react? Why is he not commenting on it in any meaningful way? It's fucking obvious what's going on.
Who knows?
I went on.
Well, the sweeping is unbelievable. I'd heard it, but I didn't know it was true. Tom, sweeping Destiny yet again, bro.
Here we go.
All right.
Here we go.
I went on.
Okay, okay, hold on. Let me talk to Chad real quick. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So for Melina, she could be telling the truth. For Destiny, that clip does look bad. But I've been traumatized by the internet, by the amount of false allegations that have happened, that I'm just waiting. Okay?
What happens when someone levies a false allegation? The person at the center of the allegation responds and debunks it, right?
Yeah, he hasn't responded yet.
So why hasn't that happened?
I don't know yet.
Since when are people guilty when they don't respond? Oh, that's Chud's world.
All right, just be clear.
Is Destiny the kind of person that shies away from responding to controversy?
All right,
no, but he usually does wait.
So the clip
for what?
The thing is, based on everything I've seen, I think you're probably right. But I'm not going to go out of my way to cast judgment on it when I don't fucking know.
Okay, yeah, bro. I'm not saying you have to do a full thing about it. I get that, right? But like, can we stop at all? How good? It's fucking obvious. It's obvious.
That's my favorite part. I'm not saying you have to do a full thing about it, but it's obvious. So say what I'm saying.
Isn't
it? It's very clear.
Okay, but
I actually do think it's obvious what he's saying.
I think it probably is that way.
It is obvious because you all know.
If I had to guess, but I just don't know. I don't know the people involved. I don't necessarily trust Melina.
So
okay.
Can I just say a thing, please? So the problem that I have with that one video with the Melina stuff is I went back because I didn't trust a random Reddit post with a 30-second clip that was clipped from multiple live streams. So I went back and I downloaded the full context to every single clip that was used. So I had
Chud, you know what I'm doing after this? I'm going out and getting a drink.
like a 2-minute version of every 15
Are you talking about the clip from her stream that was posted to Reddit?
There was 3 different live streams that were posted to Reddit, and the clip was cut up from like 6 different...
Well, that's it. You heard the whole thing. He put pressure on him, pretended not to know something he already knew the outcome of. That's pressure. And doesn't matter if Tom wants to talk about it. hey, Chud, I want to talk about this with you. Okay, talk about it. Why hasn't he done this? I don't know.
Okay, well, that was certainly something. I guess I kind of vaguely agree with, Tommy slightly more? In the sense of, like... I guess in the sense that he's like, Tom was like a little rude. Or Chud was a little rude to Tom. But like, I don't think I can like agree with anything else. Fuck. I think I basically just killed everybody by pumping chlorine into the fucking into this and getting polluted oxygen. This is a bit fucked. Man, it was going so well too. I think I have a save. Oh, that was like 5 minutes ago. Okay. That's fine. I thought the chlorine gas would purify the water from the food poisoning, because well, I thought the sieve that I had built here would purify the water. And then it only changes from polluted to not polluted. It doesn't get rid of germs. It seems like I would need to heat up the water to do that. So I would need to put it... God, is there anywhere that's like 200? Like boiling water, basically. Even the space heaters aren't doing shit. So, the long-term issue. I guess it's not horrible, but the food production is completely fucked now. Anyway, that was pretty uneventful. I honestly, I think I kind of like tuned out halfway through that, because I think like I'm just kind of like, why doesn't Tommy C just talk to Chud? He said why. He keeps saying why. But it's very much like a pirate software situation, I think, at this point. Except Tommy is like ceding ground, but it shouldn't be a battle. There should be like a diplomatic negotiation. And I think it is almost hard not to see this as like there being some kind, I don't know, some kind of like financial reason behind this. I know that sucks to say, because this is like an honor-based community in a lot of ways. But like, Tommy C's only profitable stuff lately has been the Chud Logic stuff. And even like going through the New Year stream to talk about Turkey Tom seems to have been like, I don't know. I mean, you do everything for views, right? But like, the longer he refuses to talk to Chud is the longer he'll be able to keep getting views. Look, I don't know anything really, but I am getting more views on my videos. In some cases. Go to my channel. So my Wilbur Soot response video got more views. My simplified thing, this is still accurate. It only got 22. which is fine. I don't expect any views because I went from being a video game YouTuber to drama, so like none of my subscribers are there. No, that's why that. Wait, what? That's why that video didn't get any views. Oh wait, never mind. I was like, oh fuck, I named it Noah Chrysler Test. I got 0 views. I was like, whoa. No, I think I fucked up the publishing schedule on this one. I uploaded it like a day too late. But yeah, this got more views than like some of Tommy's recent videos. My iDubbbz video got as many views as some of Tommy's stuff. Grums didn't do too well, but I think the stream did. Some of my streams hit off a bit. Let's see. So this is 0 views. Stop Killing Games Part 2 got some views. Stop Killing Games Part 1 got a bunch. Wilburset Response got a bunch. The Pirate Software accused of manipulating people, that one got a bunch. Former Caleb Hammer employee got a bunch. Sometimes the streams do really well and the videos made out of them do bad. Sometimes the videos do good and the streams made from it do bad. Like, I think that iDubbbz video didn't do great. Or the iDubbbz stream didn't do great, but the video did okay, or something like that. Yeah. Tommy C, like, I don't know. It's really, I feel like maybe bringing a new angle, like a financial angle into this is like the wrong thing to do if Tommy C ever sees this. But like, he's relying on Oilers. And since one of the biggest ones is like doing his own thing now, not just like handing out money to everyone. I don't know, it feels scuzzy to talk like that. But just like looking at his channel, I feel like these aren't doing super well. What was his last video to break 5K? This one almost broke 5K. Ethan Klein just blows up the iDubbbz content cop. Too many words. The next iDubbbz content cop will be Sam Hyde. Wow. To be fair, nobody expected it to be Ethan. Very few people did. You get like a few hundreds of views. You're not even breaking 1,000 on a lot of these. Why did this Ohio man choose to euthanize cats? The thumbnail is the text in the thumbnail is too small. Like, I don't know. I think Tommy C can be funny. I think he can, like, have good opinions. And is, like, on the right side or whatever, like, 99% of the time. It's just, like, this one case is super fucking weird. His streams do good. But I assume that's a lot of people who, like, really enjoy him. But if we go to, like, Chud Logic...
Voshik.
His videos typically at least break 10K. Some of them break 20, 25. But typically between 10 and 20,000 on the lower end. If we go to his live, very rarely he doesn't break 10,000 and sometimes he breaks 20. And so another thing that's weird is just like relying on Oilers, but then criticizing Chud Logic for streaming 9 hours a day. I don't know. I feel like Tommy just hasn't kept up with the meta, I guess. And that's caused a lot of issues. And he's looking to lash out. I mean, the thing is that him not talking to Chud for what seems like a pretty bullshit reason, feels almost like an open window to criticize other bullshit reasons he might be doing this. Because, like, there's no reason he should not be talking to Chud. He's just like, oh, he might be mean to me. He'll try to snake his way out of it. But Chud's chat is, like, they're not, like, sycophantic. They don't love him for, like, no reason. Or for, like, old reasons. And he, like, berates the fuck out of them, too. He bans people kind of willy-nilly. Not willy-nilly, but, like, you know, pretty often. Like, you're annoying. You're getting a 7-week ban. Oh, I can't believe you just said that. That's so fucking gross. If I full screen this, how does it look? That's fine. Tommy C even have a Patreon? Link is to his Twitter. He does have a Patreon. Making 300 a month. Wonder how much that is in euros. I think Chud is making less. Can I see how much Chud makes? He's making $20 a month. That's funny. This is too long. Just say Tommy C of Shot from the Point News. You have members only streams? Oh, dude, you don't even update your Patreon. So these people are like, what, have they like forgotten that they're subscribed to you, or do they like just care? I don't know. I can fix him. What are you doing, fucking cat? Like I said, it's hard not to take away like a negative impression of Tommy here, I think. Even if you are like, I don't know, even if you are a fan, it's just so weird for him to just refuse to talk to Chud. Who to backstabs Tommy C. That got a decent viewership. So his biggest stream recently, it looks like this 12,000 one where Fake Friends iDubbbz Cop page 3 watch party. Yeah, I don't know. It's funny because Tommy is like, not like one of the reasons I started streaming at all, but he's actually like kind of like my intro to drama content. Because I did originally watch him while streaming, not streaming. I originally watched him with Baited. Baited was good. Baited was super good. Want to say I got in on the, oh, there's not like a playlist. I think I got in with Grade A, Under A, or Keemstar. One of those two. That was like my intro to the drama community whenever I was like 14? 8 years ago, almost 9 years ago. It might have been Leafy vs. Keemstar. All I know is I definitely rewatched these and I remember the grade A under A one. That was also like my entry point. I guess I would have been entered with iDubbbz for the most part. What does Tommy C do during the day? I kind of wonder what he does whenever he's not streaming, because he only streams, like, I stream longer than Tommy C in some cases. Or actually, wait, so we have like 2 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours, 1 hour. 4.5. Definitely don't beat that. At least not with any recent streams. I did stream Dark Souls for like 12 hours straight, I think. Or 16 hours straight, because I beat it in a single run. In a single session. 2 hours, 2 hours, 3.5, 2 hours, 1.5, 2.5. What are my streams like? 2, 2.5, 2.5, almost 2, almost 3, 2.5, 2.5. You don't see a 1 anywhere here except for Fish Tank Sim, and that's because the Fish Tank Sim was not, it's not done. It needs a lot more time. 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 3.5, 3, 2, 2.5, 3.5, 3, 3, 2.5. The Grums one was just under 2 hours. The Grum stuff was good. The Grum stuff was really good. I did not expect the second video to be good, or else I would have titled the video differently. Oh, wait, you guys can't see. Let me re-scroll that. I have some other videos. Yeah, the creator clash, more like creator clash out. That one was 1 hour. Why was it 1 hour? Oh, I fucked up that stream. I remember. But yeah. Alright. I think that's gonna be it for me. Was it called Unk Fight? Podcast? He has a podcast? Vosh vs. H3 podcast. Yeah. Shorts, he has shorts. It's so crazy how his hair has not changed at all. Vinny Rage. Alright. That's gonna be it for me. I am done for the night. I'm getting way too hot and sleepy. Nobody's here anyway, so it's like whatever. But if anybody does like watch all the way through this, have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful day tomorrow. And I should be back on Tuesday. I'm not sure what I'm going to cover because there's nothing really exciting right now. I think that's the reason everybody's pouncing on the Pirate Software thing, is because they're just like draining blood from a stone in that sense. But yeah, I may just stream games. If there's literally nothing else, I may just stream some like FPS game I bought. Or not, depending. Depends how much fun I'm having, I guess. Alright, goodbye everybody. See you later.